shit. Yo, yo, yo. Fuck my headphones. Why did I put this shit on? Alright. Good morning, good morning. Good morning from Vice City. Alright, it's your boy Gxxsei. You know, what's up, dude? Hey, we out here. Well, we're not really outside, but we're inside, you know what I'm saying? Where it's nice and cool. With the AC not going on because it's not that hot yet. No, not now. Jeez, trying to fuck up my flow here. All right, so today we are going to be running through some reacts. Just as simple as it sounds. I have a couple of things I've been wanting to cover for a little while now, so I want to make sure I get the chance to fully address those. All right, and I wasn't even recording, so I'm gonna have to do that shit again, which is great because I didn't even like the way I did it the first time. Hardly ever do, which is fine. What's up, dude? Today we're doing reacts. So first things first, I gotta find my long ass list that I've been fucking putting together of reacts. Just videos, obviously, it's just a list of videos. Alright, anyways, let me see if I can fucking. So funny part is this list isn't even that long. It's more about like who's on the fucking list as well. It's just a bunch of shit. So we're gonna go through a couple of these today. See how much time we have. See how far we get with some of these. Alright, so you know what? This one's on my list, and I was totally into it the first time I fucking looked it up. But from there on, I was just like, bro, I don't feel like fucking touching that. Like, I don't want to watch that video anymore. So I'm gonna watch it anyways. What is coming up here? I faked my period because I felt left out. Oh shit, that might be a thing, dude. Well, I mean, that might be a thing. That's definitely probably a thing. That's definitely a thing. All right, that's crazy. I mean, not like judging anyone. I'm just saying that's wild. Like, fuck it. You'll get the lingo as we get through this. If you don't understand how I speak, just take the time and listen, and you'll totally understand what the fuck I'm saying. All right. This episode is brought to you by my fucking mama, nigga. Let's run this shit. All right. Oh yeah. What? Grandpa to the top. Yeah. No. Oh damn it! It was coming up anyways. To the top. Oh come on. Oh, I had the typo and it. Shut the fuck up. It's gonna come. It's gonna come up right here, bro. This is the first video.
Dad, he's not.
All right. Listen, I've never seen any of this guy's videos. That's it. Let's see how it goes. I hope there's nothing that gets me in too much trouble. What the fuck that means? Yo, he has a Tamagotchi on his neck. Yo, fuck out of here. That's a Tamagotchi right there, dog. Ah, I love it.
This is a granddad. He's not famous, he's not a model, and he's dressed head to toe in awful clothes from Wish.com. So why is he getting mobbed by paparazzi at the biggest fashion event of the year? I'll tell you why. The fashion world is weird. Banana boats, swimming floaties, whatever this is, they'll tell you just don't get it. But I'm here to prove anyone can make it by taking a regular granddad with zero interest in fashion, dressing him in the worst outfit imaginable, and taking him to the top of Fashion Week.
Yeah, but it's not even that bad though. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. Like, it's not our fault that you just
Within
just
one day.
different.
But first, I need to find.
And like, also, he's an old dude. He's an old dude. He's an old guy. He's an old guy. He looks like this. Come on, bro. Like, everybody loves that shit. Everybody's like, yo, what's going on? Like, you ever seen that one? I think it's on. Is it on TikTok or on Instagram? I don't know, bro. Somebody's granddad who like only rocks Supreme, and they always got this old ass nigga dripped out. Like, bro, like, oh my god, you need that. You need that. What are you talking about?
A willing granddad. So I found 8 of the best granddads from across the country and brought my friends Magnus and Max to help.
Let's. Some white ass name. Magnus and Max. That's some cool ass names though. Like, Magnus? That's a cool ass name.
Go. Let's have a seat. Oh,
steady on.
hello, Tim. Careful of the step.
Yo, chill, bro, because they ain't paying for that.
Oh,
My name's Ray Dangle.
John Kearney Jarrett.
Hello. Geronimo Sammy.
how you doing today?
Yo, hold on.
My name's Ray Dangle.
Yeah,
John
sure.
Kearney
Okay, cool.
Jarrett.
Hello. Geronimo
Look at Geronimo. Look at this guy. This is a cool motherfucker, bro. Like, that's probably why they didn't go with him.
Sammy.
How you doing today?
Uh-huh.
What do you think of the fashion world?
Well, I don't know a great deal about it.
Excellent. How would you describe your style?
I don't wear suits that often unless I go to a wedding or a funeral.
Yeah.
Watch it yourself.
This is my outfit.
Yes.
I have got beneath it a
Oh, he believes in himself. Like, he full on is just like looking at himself like, damn, dude, like, I look good.
character outfit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yo, okay, what is this? I can't even. I'm so blind. Fuck, no, I just fucked up.
After the ride, we got to lick each other's toes a little bit.
This was getting out of hand, so we decided to roleplay to test how suitable they were for Fashion Week.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say it now, bro, because I'm literally getting goosebumps, bro. I find like feet shit like so fucking gross. Like, I don't know how niggas is into feet. I don't know how anyone is into feet, bro. I don't know what the only man, it's just I'm cringing as I'm speaking, bro. It's just crazy. The only logical explanation, bro, I can't even like begin to show you the goosebumps, dog. Like, the camera ain't that good. I'll get a better one eventually, but I can't even begin to like express. Okay, the only logical thing I have ever been able to deduce is that, like, because feet are the things that we use to walk on, they're so important that someone would then be attracted to someone's feet who are well taken care of, because it shows like some level of like being wealthy, like, you know, maybe like back in the day, like when like being chunky like meant that like you had money because you got to eat as much as you wanted all the time. Maybe this was the same shit, you know, who fucking knows, you know, but even I think that's a stretch, bro. So if anybody out there likes feet, please feel free to let me know why the fuck you like feet.
I'm a scary bouncer. And Tim would say, you wanted to come into my party.
Party?
Your name's not on the list.
No.
And action. Hello, sir. What's your name?
Bonjour, c'est Timothée, c'est moi.
Have you been in the fashion game long?
For as long as I can remember.
Have you got dementia?
I'm meeting Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Oh, right.
That was excellent, John. But I have a slight suspicion that Jean-Paul Gaultier might not be alive anymore.
Ah, this was not going well. I was worried none of them would be
Who the fuck are they talking about?
suitable for the chaos of Fashion Week, and so we were down to our last granddad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Nice. Nicely done. We've had 2 near casualties today, so we just...
Right.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm all right to be here. My name's Ray Bull. I'm 76.
First of all, I love
All right, listen. You know what? Okay, I completely understand why he took it, because the other grandpas were just trying so fucking hard, and this guy looks like literally one of their granddads who didn't want to fucking do this, bro. And they're like, come on, bro, come on, grandpapa, come on, grandpapa, come out to France, and we dress you up in fancy clothes, and you go and talk to you know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck. And he was like, man, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to do this. I just figured out how to get US Netflix. Right? I'm watching Yellowstone. This shit's crazy. I haven't seen Yellowstone. And I got things to do. The grass isn't gonna cut itself. You know, and then I got your grandmother I got your grandmother over here talking about how I don't spend enough time with the dogs. What do you mean? What do you mean I don't spend enough time with the dogs?
Jumper.
You can have it if you want.
I will do a swap actually.
You just have to jump up.
You see?
Ray was
Doesn't
great.
give a
He was
fuck.
confident, funny, but could he walk the walk?
3, 2, 1, action.
Frederick.
Hey, thank you very much. Name? Galetti.
And just like that, a star was born. Raymond
Look at that.
Galetti, grandson of the Armani founder, who was born around the same time as him, but that didn't matter.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Founder,
Did he just come up with that shit on the spot? That wasn't even a line.
Thank you very much. Name? Galetti.
and just like that, a star was born.
Dude, look at the way he said Galetti. Like the look on
Raymond
his face.
Galetti, grandson of the Armani founder, who was born around the same time as him, but that didn't matter.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, Ray.
Never see you again, mate.
It was clear we had the perfect man for the job with the perfect backstory for Fashion Week. 1 week later.
Do you have any grandkids, Ray?
Yes.
Have you told them what you're doing today?
No.
What was it that made you sort of apply for the...
Sounded like fun.
Are you seeing a lot of fun in front of you today?
Yep.
So what Ray didn't know is that I had
Wow.
ransacked Wish.com for the most random items you could ever imagine.
Oh, look at the little Homer sit. It's a Barack Obama book. Yo, what's up, Arceus? Yo, you imagine? Oh my god. He just walks in with the Barack Obama book. This is great. Holy shit. Wait, why is there a balloon? They call it duct tape. There's a lot of different tape. And I don't know what this is. It's very interesting. This tube looks cool.
I'm talking waterproof shoe covers,
Yo.
slippers,
The slippers with the waterproof covers, bro. Oh, hell yeah, bro. What did it say? Bien provecho, bro. Yeah.
chicken leg toy, Coca-Cola bag,
Yeah, these are
mini
pretty
umbrella,
swaggy, dude.
googly eye,
Yeah, the
and all things
purple.
purple.
Purple's my favourite colour.
And now for my pièce de résistance.
Is there some
Oh,
jacket or
it's the
something to
jacket.
wear? Or?
Well,
Oh, what's that? A bin liner?
A
So
bin
Ray went
liner.
off to get dressed in some of the items
Trash bag.
when the first happy accident happened.
you have
What?
put
No.
this cardigan on inside out,
Oh.
but I kind of like the vision.
I had a full body wax yesterday, especially for this.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
See, look, I've got no hairs at all.
Ray, you're
Out. Oh, okay.
more
Okay.
hairless than I am.
Yeah. You'll have to prove that later.
Que viejo sucio! Oye, what are you doing, guy? What are you doing, guy? You're gonna get in trouble. Oh my, you can't be saying this stuff. No. See, he can't be saying that stuff because he's in the UK. But if he was in America, he could say whatever he wants. You understand?
I mean, this has got
Or in
potential
France,
to be an
whatever the
actual
fuck.
hat.
Oh, a bag on my head.
Wait, he looks like the
You look
Pope.
like the Pope.
Yeah, I feel like a dope.
Yeah, he's got
Do you wanna set up a
bars.
shared channel together.
Why not?
Honestly, the Zach and Ray show.
Can you afford?
I don't like the jacket, to be honest.
No?
Yo. Dude, this is like Yeet in like 20 years, dog. This is Yeet in like 20 years when all the drugs kick in.
This is my proudest creation, Ray.
Do I wear it or ride on it?
How does it feel, Ray? Is it a bit stiff?
Yeah. And this is too.
There was only a few final touches to bring this piece together. A
Yo, hold on, time out, bro. Oh, dude, I gotta figure out how to do this. Scroll for detail. No, fuck, no, I don't want that. Ah. Fuck it, let's just pause
There was
it.
only a few final
Come on, right there. Dude, those glasses. What? Those are hard, dude. Those are so hard, bro. For real, dude. Too much for his dog. You imagine with the chain and the fuck.
touches
I
to
love
bring
those
this piece
glasses. I just love
together.
those
A
glasses.
plastic bag with Barack
He's not gonna wear 'em.
Obama's autobiography.
It's better than I thought. It's better than I thought. It's not just the Barack Obama book. It's the Barack Obama book inside of a plastic bag. That shit is that shit just it took it to a whole different level, dog.
Biography, a mini umbrella, the elder wand.
Oh, you can't put them on the
These are
bag.
Tamagotchis. Kind of gangster.
Yeah, that's
Shoes
hard.
with a Putin bell end stack.
No, that's a little too weird. Oh, it's a Putin statue and he has a dickhead. Because Putin's a dickhead. Oh, I get it.
Shoe and googly eyes.
The shoes are a metaphor. It's the Russian state always watching.
And with
Wait, who the fuck who came up with that?
that, my creation was complete. And what a
They always watching.
and with
You see, because it's like he's the one saying, oh, but I thought he's the guy in the video. Oh no.
eyes.
The shoes are a metaphor. It's the Russian state always watching.
Oh, I guess he was just talking to me on the mic. That was the
And
old
with
man's
that,
idea.
my creation was complete. And what a creation it was.
Jesus, that looks amazing.
I think we're going to get thrown out rather than let in.
Yeah, those glasses are hard.
Going down.
Ow.
Check it out. I got these.
Yeah, I'm glad he went first. If he would have gone first, his ass would have been grass, dog.
It's crazy. I do it on the day.
We can't have Ray all by himself. He gets
This song is
hectic.
hot,
So we
dog.
brought in some muscle
Fix this shit.
in the form of Dave.
Presently, I work in a strip club.
A strip club?
Yeah.
We're going later.
Oh, are we? I need scaffolding just to get an erection.
If Ray was going to do what real celebrities do at Fashion Week, he'd have to complete 3 main goals. Get paparazzi'd outside a venue. Make
Okay.
it onto the front row at
So the paparazzi part, obviously, you know, this old man shows up. You got to make sure that everybody outside is taking pictures of this old guy, right? Like, the moment he gets fucking overran with people taking pictures of his ass, all of a sudden people think he's somebody important, bro. And he doesn't have to be someone important, bro. Right? He just has to he just has to swag. Okay, look. If not for anything else, let this video be evidence of fake it till you make it. And I think fake it till you make it is not even like, what the fuck? Oh shit, that's a trash can outside. Yo, I was like, nigga, someone in my house, dog, is about to go down. Anyways, so first, damn, I gotta stop breathing in this fucking mic. That shit hurts, huh? So first things first, right? You know, you get fucking like this video. If not for anything else, it could prove to anybody in the world that you fake it till you make it. And when you fake it till you make it, all that means, bro, is just you gotta just have that confidence. Have that confidence like you're already that thing you're trying to be, right? And understand that even if you don't know all the things that come with that thing you want to be, the fact that people are going to just fucking look at you and like ask you to do something, and like you in your head are gonna be like, well, if I'm this person, I should be able to do that. You'll be like, yeah, of course, that's easy. Yeah, I'll get that done for you. Yeah, when do you need it? By next week? All right, cool, I got you. And then all of a sudden, boom, you drove through that shit in a week. You know what I'm saying? And even if you didn't know how to do it before, guess what? You're gonna learn how to do it. And it might not be the best shit ever, but delivering something is better than delivering nothing, is better than, you know, not being inside the place to begin with, right? So let this just be evidence of, bro, you can fucking bullshit your way through it. Once you get through that, look, let everybody think that you got the hype. That's level 1. Show everybody that you got hype. Just hype them up. Like, just, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool, dog. Like, haha. You know what I'm saying? I could do this. I could edit. I could rap. I could fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, my bud is the best bud. Whatever the fuck you got going on. Then you hit front row. What does that mean? Well, then you got to actually get your foot in the door. There's going to become a certain point where someone's going to check you on some shit. Listen, bro, you can't be trying to fake it till you make it in something that you know nothing about, dog. Like you really got to at least, you know, do a little homework and shit, right? That's the front row. That's when he's going to have to, like, talk to this motherfucker and be like, da-da-da-da, hey, yo, I'm so-and-so. He's going to have to get in with the swagger. He's going to have to walk in. He's going to have to start talking to people, right?
show. Get into the hottest after party of the week.
Then the after party. What's the after party? After party is the point where, like, remember, after parties are like for the people who are like in type shit. Like, you get invited to those. I don't know if maybe this is gonna be like that, but if it's anything like those, all right, just understand that that's the point where you're gonna have people who are so up there that they're gonna know, oh, fucking so and so Gelato's grandson, I know him. This isn't him. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that, and they're just gonna be looking at you like, I wonder what this guy's about. Like you might enter into that realm. You might enter into the realm of people who know that you're bullshitting, people who know you're full of shit. They're gonna fucking roast. They're gonna get you. They're in their own heads will play their own game, right? Get your ass into that corner, right? See if you really know what you're talking about, and at the end of the day, know you bullshitting and still fuck with you, right? Because all they see is someone who's hungry and someone who's ready to hustle. That's what the after party is. So that's pretty much what this video is just showcasing, bro. Is that you can fake it till you make it. And like I said, for me, fake it till you make it just means just acting like that person you're trying to be. Right? Even though you might not think that you're doing this perfect and that perfect, and you're not necessarily, you haven't necessarily done this for a long, whatever the fuck, bro. Just go for it. Fuck it. Who gives a shit, bro? Who gives a shit, bro? This is all RP, nigga. Like, what the fuck else you doing with your time?
It was time for show one. If we could get the people in the industry talking about Ray, that would be the perfect start to the day to help us get some traction for the after party. The photographers were eagerly awaiting the arrival of real celebrities, but what they didn't know was around the corner was the newest arrival onto the scene, Ray Gxxsei.
They got security, dog. That's so smart. That's so smart.
As we approached the entrance, it was chaos.
You look great today. What was the inspiration?
Oh, just freedom.
The photographers began to crowd around.
Let's keep moving.
This wasn't even the main show of the day, but it was all down to the gatekeeper on the door.
Dog, all he did was show up looking cool, dog. And look. And then like you have this little homie right here, dog. Like he's got a cool little hat on and shit. He's got a little bag wrapped around. Like I don't know. Like maybe like so many people out here like, dressed up like dope as no, they all look weird. Look at this guy, girl, person like that. Look at her. Is that a Fendi bag? Oh, look at that. She's not getting in yet. Oh, look, can I grab your name about that? Yo, look at this dude. I love his jacket. Yo, this is fire. Hey, yo, this gown. This is great. I like this. Nice shit here, bro. Yo, oh my god. Hey, bro, either way, sub or not, bro, I hope you win that shit.
I don't have you on their list.
Oh no! He's not on the list! Who'd have ever thought of that?
Actually.
Oh.
Do you have a ticket confirmation?
Not on. Is there any spare seating?
No, unfortunately not.
Sorry. Okay, fine, no worries at all.
My granddad would be happy. He helped us.
So we take.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Despite getting rejected at the door, the plan was working as more and more photographers took photos.
Okay. All right, cool. Listen, all right. Whew. All right, listen. Look. Okay. Not that I'm happy that he didn't make it in, right? But in the back of my head, I was just like, dog, if you can get past that doorman, dog, like, do they really have a good doorman, dog? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like that part to me was like, how well do you bullshit that? Which is fine. And there's gonna be shit that you're not gonna be able to get your foot into the door for, and you're gonna need like some way to get your foot in. And that's why it's good to know people, dog. And you say, well, Gxxsei, I don't know nobody, dog. It's like, well, dog, go out there in the world and just do your thing. Find people who are doing something similar to your thing and try to group up with them, bro. If you need fucking specific examples, ask me a fucking question. Right? That's about it.
Real guests were being ignored.
No one gives a fuck about them.
Whilst Ray's name was being discussed in the fashion world.
Homeless guy. And I was like, oh, he looks quite
Ray Coletti,
there.
I think, wasn't it?
Hey?
Ray Coletti.
Who's that?
He's like a sibling of one of the founders of IMHO, I think.
What's he?
Yeah.
The old man.
Ray's name was starting to move up in the fashion world, but with the first failure, it was important we made the next show count.
This one was a big one.
And as we headed there, Ray showed me why he's got such a young attitude for life.
That's why I'm really
Oh, adorable.
You know, my motto is creating stories for the grandkids.
Cute.
If we could get Ray to this next show, it'd be a hell of a story for his grandkids.
Oh, little biracial babies. I love biracial babies. Listen. Listen, guys, listen. All right, hear me out. Dogs are great creatures. I love dogs. I love all creatures. I'll be honest. I love all creatures. All right. I find it really hard to kill just about anything. All right. But don't fuck with me. Now that being said, when it comes to dogs, we've breeded them to the point where some of these things are just so fucking just differently shaped that we're literally at the point where we're causing them to live with health problems for the sake of maintaining a fucking aesthetic or some kind of fucking quality. You get what I'm saying? And there's a big part of me that's like, that's pretty fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really okay. Now, all that being said, right? When you let these things fucking intermingle, bro, like survival of the fittest is probably one of the craziest things like ever spat out there, because it's not just a matter of like, oh yeah, the weak will perish. It's the fact that like when you start to mix genetics and shit like that, when you start to do that, like nature plays its fucking game and it does its thing best, which is like, let's pick the strongest ones. And mind you, like if you're doing this at a level of, I don't know, a couple billion times, right? You're going to get majority good results, and every now and then you're going to get some results that, you know, for one reason or another don't turn out so well, right? Now, all that being said, the more you start to mix things from one place to another and this and that, like I really do believe in like, you know, mixing the fucking genes, bro. Like I love dog breeds. I love my dog. My dog's a pure breed, but it's not because I chose a dog that was pure breed. It's, you know, it's my parents' dog, right? You know, like my dad wanted this specific breed, so we went with that. Like fuck it. Now that being said, like I don't know. I don't really know. It's not really that big of a deal. It's, I guess I'm making it more than what it is, but it's, I like to see that shit. I like to see the fucking mixing of races, because I feel like that's the only way that we as humans can evolve even faster. Like I'm all about whatever we can do to become the best versions of ourselves. And love is love, bro. That's all it is.
As soon as we arrived, we walked straight to that door with confidence.
Yeah, guys, please can we hurry?
Thank you.
Hi, are you here for a ticket?
I got my client, Ray Gillespie here.
Alright, amazing. Go on ahead, enjoy the show.
Can't believe how easy that was.
Hi, are you here for a ticket?
I got my client, Ray Gillespie here.
Alright, amazing. Go on ahead, enjoy the show.
But they have to have like badges or something, right? Like they're wearing something, right? Like,
Can't believe how easy that was. Word must have travelled fast, and we made it into our first exclusive show.
she probably just saw the old man and was like, yeah, whatever. Like, let's go. Come on. She probably does that shit like all the time. Like, she probably just works. This is probably like her fucking like 15th year fucking organizing these events. And she's just like used to just seeing the fucking weirdest shit, that all she has to do is just like spot someone who looks unsightly. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I pulled up with this shirt, she'd be like, whoa, 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 buddy. What's going on here? I'm like, I'm part of the show, man. I'm like, no, you're not. You're fucking fried. Get out of here. Yeah, they don't. I think one thing that you can find, like, I mean, there's all types, right? But if you're in a position for 15 years, bro, like, I would like to say that like 80% of the people doing that job probably don't want to do that job, bro. Like, that's just a guess. Like, you know what? I talked about doing this, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we do it. So we're gonna go on Chat GPT real quick, and I'm not gonna make this take too long, but I want to open up Chat GPT, and damn, it's making me log in type shit. That's crazy. Yeah, now it wants to let me use my fucking. All right, go ahead. All right. What percentage of people don't like their jobs after 15 years? There isn't a specific percentage of. Okay, oh my god. This is the fucking smartest taxi ever, bro. I'm so blind. Alright, yeah, I'm an old man. Alright, this is gonna. Are you just really giving me some bullshit answer here, ChatGPT? It's saying there isn't a specific percentage that universally represents the proportion of people that don't like their jobs after 15 years. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, here we go. In the US. Wait, I had to just look up jobs. I'm sorry, but I don't have access to real time data. Dude, the fact that they made ChatGPT like this fucking thing that like, all right, whatever, bro. Job, here we'll just look it up over here, cause it. So we go job satisfaction. Oh, I put 5, whatever. Rates, after 15 years. It doesn't have to be after 15 years, but whatever. Oh, what was I to say? Job, dog, chill. Do I trust Forbes? See, I want like general job satisfaction, bro. Like Statista. I honestly, I might like fucking subscribe to Statista, bro. Like, I think this is like one of those sites that's like so worth it because it's just so much fucking data, dog. And like, data is fucking everything, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know if like people out there don't like numbers, but um, if you don't, that's fine. Just understand that you're missing out on like pretty much half of the fucking game. Like this is literally how you understand most of what the fuck's going on in the world. All right, so job satisfaction, moderately satisfied and then very satisfied. Okay, so less than a high school diploma. Okay, that's crazy. So we see that moderately satisfied, like the higher your education goes, the less moderately. So okay, all right. So yeah, I mean, makes sense, right? So like the dumber you are, the less happier you are with your job. I mean, on a general basis, right? I like how it's comparing it by education. That's actually a really good idea. And then we have, okay, I don't understand why these. Is it like, what the fuck is the other option? So like, obviously this equals 82%. This equals 48. This equals fucking. Oh man, I'm bugging here. 50, 87. Did I say 88? Yeah, 87, and then fucking 89. What? Okay, hold on. Employed ages 30 to 45 years. Aged. Okay, so this is the age of. But what the fuck are the rest of the people? Did they die? I hope not. That sucks. Yeah. Oh my god, that's expensive. So you guys already know, bro. If you see me start using this shit all the time, it's because I'm paying a fucking bill. I might start a Patreon just so someone could pay my bills for me. What's up? Nah, but for real though, this makes no sense. All right, let's do job satisfaction. For real, like where are they? Overall, just okay. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I think this is the last free one. So what this is saying that people are satisfied in their jobs? Share of U.S. workers shows the percentage of you who are overall satisfied with their jobs. Huh? Yeah, we're satisfied with their jobs overall. Listen, bro. Sure, but I'm not buying this. Like, there's some keyword I'm not typing, dog. There's some, you know what I'm saying? Of course, like, you can look up any stat you want to kind of like prove your point. That's part of like the fucking, like the joke type shit. But it's still like, nah, dude. Like 100%. Like, I've been I've worked in school systems. Like I know how that shit works. I worked in restaurants. All right, dog. Like I worked in fucking retail. Dog, like I worked in so many different I've had so many different fucking jobs in my life, bro, that I can tell you 100% that that's pure bullshit, dog. Like you're asking fucking like people who are settling down with their goddamn lives, all right, who said like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna quit tomorrow because my wife's at home and I got kids to feed and you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not talking about like the fucking day-to-day American, dog. Because I really don't believe that. Maybe I've just been exposed because where I live in my own circumstance, this is just my corner of the world. I get that, but most people don't like their fucking jobs, bro. Most people. Okay, I'll put it to you like this: if you love your job, why do you have a hobby? Like people who fucking kill it in their industries, people who fucking change the game forever. These are people who don't have hobbies because what they do is all they fucking care about. And I'll tell you right now, bro, that's not the majority of people, dog. The majority of people aren't fucking killing it. Because I could even tell you with this last job I had, bro, I would see people walking around and like they had like a certain section that was like door to door dudes, canvas is what they call it, right? And there was like one dude who was just like, or no, wait, it was the other team. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Point is, the manager for that team was always like ready to go walk up, talk to people, and like, hey, what's up, dude? And da 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 da, and talking about whatever, and da 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 da, striking conversation. Well, huh? And let's tie it back to this. Well, do you need any of this stuff? The guy loved what the fuck he was doing. He loved engaging with people. And like he said, yeah, you know, at first it made him a little this way and that way, but overall, boom. But guess what? The rest of the team, like when it came time and there was a bunch of people around, they just kind of standing around waiting for someone to talk to them. The majority of people don't like their fucking jobs. And I'm sorry, like I wish I could pull up, I wish I had the right keywords, but that lady right there does not give a fuck. That lady does not want to be running fashion shows. She doesn't want to be hired and get paid whatever couple thousand a year. I mean, for her, it's a couple thousand, right? For her, it's probably not enough. It's probably not six figures. I can tell you that much. Not for fucking that. I mean, unless she's event coordinating and she does this like for the fucking museum or whatever the fuck this is, and da da da. There would have to be so many things in place for that to be the case. This right here, though, she doesn't give a fuck.
Hey you, nice nose. Look at yourself. Now back at me. I bet you didn't know your nose can taste.
That's insane. How am I just learning this? Don't you dare switch to the next scene. Don't you?
Air Up is a sneaky little bottle that allows you to taste through your nose.
Wait, what? I can tell.
Sneaky little bottle.
His nose is curved, right? That's not me. That's not just me, right? It just. But by the way, the art is fucking fantastic.
That allows you to taste.
Oh, that shit bent.
For your nose.
I wonder if he smells different because of that.
Nose.
Wait, what? I can taste in my nose.
That's a fire ass gummy.
No! Not you, gummy
Yeah,
bear.
right? Mine might be too. I'm not even like.
It's simple.
Like,
take your scented pod.
Shit.
Available in a range of flavors. Just slide it on the bottle and activate it. Turning normal water into something that tastes like not water. Talking about in a range of flavors. Just slide it on the bottle and activate it. Turning normal water
They know what they're doing.
into something that tastes like not water. Talking about retro nasal smell, baby.
Friends, fun, fruit, flavor.
Yeah, nah. If I did ads, they probably look like this. I'll be honest.
Start drinking more water today and get an Air Up with the link in my description.
Kind of. Like, something like that. That reminds me of Power Thirst, bro. Maybe, but like I don't know if you've ever seen Power Thirst. It was like, it's the energy drink for men. Oh my god, it's such a great fucking video, bro. Like this is like classic YouTube shit. Like I'll pull it up after this. Let me type that shit real quick. I'm gonna type that shit real quick in chat. Power Thirst. All right. This is where the old man gets in. I mean, this shit looks cool though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, cool in the sense of like, so like, okay, from what I understand, right, and anyone is free to correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole purpose of this fashion shit, like the way they do all this crazy shit, is just to kind of give you an idea of like it's trying to express an idea. That's it. It's just trying to express a thought. And in expressing that thought, it's just like, all right, well, let's get creative with things like textures and different textiles and doing things like with like the volume of things, making things look slim, making things look poofy, making things look long, making things look short. It's about playing with colors and tones. There's a lot that goes into it, right? Of course, when like you have no idea what the fuck is going on, it looks like a fucking clown show, right? But the idea, guys, is that like you could understand this from a different perspective and like find different things like patterns and so on and so forth. This is really, it gets into the artsy fartsy part of the world, but like it's just a part of the world where it's just if you take the time to kind of understand or try to understand what's going on, eventually it will click. Eventually it will make sense. Eventually you'll be able to relate it to something in your own life. It's like fucking craft beer, dog. If you're there drinking like, you know, mind you could be like the dude who just drinks his fucking Budweiser and smokes his Marlboros and fucking drives his truck and watches the fucking, you know, Channel 10 every day. And that's it. Cool. Fantastic. Good for you. You're probably not even watching me. But for everybody else who's like got their own thing going on, whether you're into cars, whether you're into different types of beer, it's the same shit here, bro. These are people who are into like visually aesthetic shit and like clothing and like where they meet, and that's it. It just happens to be worth a lot of money. That's it.
And before the show even started, Ray was getting a lot of attention. This room was filled with renowned fashion designers. Before the show even started, Ray was getting a lot of attention. This room was filled with renowned fashion designers and celebs. But once the show finished, there was only one person everyone wanted a photo with. Ray. Let's hear.
Do you know who he is?
I think his name's Raymond.
Raymond?
Raymond, yeah. Raymond Galati.
Ray was a natural in front of the cameras, sticking to his backstory well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Putin. Very good friend.
For the most part.
I have an online fashion and lifestyle magazine in Vienna.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So do you think Ray's got what it takes to be in your magazine?
Absolutely.
Really?
This is what we need.
Oh, you want to stand with me?
Of course it is, dog. Of course that's what you need, dog. Yeah, bro. Some of these are wild. You know, like hold on. Let me go back real quick, dog. Well, besides that one.
This room
You don't seem like crazy here, dog. Like
was filled with renowned fashion.
are those tats, bro? That's fire. Yeah, those are definitely tats, bro. Those are definitely tats, bro. That's Gxxsei in like 6 years, except without the fucking blonde hair. And not so white. And like more facial hair. And probably not a female. Look at this hat. That shit looks cozy as fuck. Look at this guy. These three look like their staff. They look. You know what's funny though? I always wear all black, so I feel like if I was sitting there, I'd probably be sitting somewhere over here. I'd probably look like staff.
Designers and celebs.
Yeah,
But once the show
whatever that
finished,
dude's
there was
got on,
only
bro,
one person
good for
everyone
him.
wanted
I
to
like
photo.
this. Whatever that is, like wing. Crazy shit like that. Is it coming out of her hair, bro? I wonder how they. Another thing too is that they rig these fucking costumes and they like these fucking poor coke ridden models, you know what I'm saying, who weigh like as much as a fucking ounce, right? Like gotta carry this goddamn suit from the backstage they gotta walk that shit out in whatever shoes they're wearing. Sometimes not even shoes. Lord knows what the fuck they're putting on these ladies' feet or dudes' feet. You know what I'm saying? And they gotta walk across this thing all the way to the end, walk all the way back, and then like have like this fucking solid ass face, and then it's just like take it all off, put another one on, go. I mean, I commend them, bro. It's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, obviously it's the coke, but it's just not easy being that skinny, having to carry so much shit, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Black matches with everything, bro. It's my bro. Listen, I have a bunch of other clothes, but like when I'm about to go out somewhere or like this, bro, just put on the black cream, put on the black Nike, whatever the fuck it is, dog. Like, go ahead, you good. That's it. That's easy.
Let's see. Do you know who he is?
I think his name's Raymond.
Look at this lady back here, bro. She looks she just came out of like a rainstorm. I think that's interesting. Is it raining outside? It might be raining outside there. Maybe she's just adequately dressed. Oh man, this is like Oliver Tree. You imagine he's just there. He was trying to shoot a video. Grace, bro. I like black and gray. You know, I would say my biggest problem with those two too though is, and this is the problem with like just trying to fucking match anything, bro. It's just if you have like one pair of black clothing and that shit, let's just say you bought it in like January and then you buy another piece of black clothing in like March and you actually wear the fucking thing, they're gonna be two different blacks. Like the only good thing about black is like when the room is not well lit or like when it's nighttime, bro, you're good. Like no one can tell he's wearing all black. Like it's all good.
Raymond, yeah. Raymond.
Same thing with grays too. Grays don't fade as much. I guess that's like the better part about it. I guess I would imagine. But man, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like gray sweaters, gray sweatpants is like prison shit. Oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah. Nah, man, I don't like that. Yeah. You know, I guess end of the day, like, it's, you know, end of the day, you just gotta, it's a necessary thing where you're just gonna have to figure it out type shit, where you just gotta, like, you have to kind of keep buying clothes. It's not to say that, like, clothes goes bad on you. I mean, it does. At some point, you have holes in it and shit. So at some point, it is a matter of, like, yo, just keep your fucking wardrobe recent, keep enough fucking clothes so that you have something for whatever the fuck you need it for, right? It's things like this shit with like the fucking fashion stuff where people can really get out of hand, where you're talking about like a fucking Hermes bag will cost you 6 figures. Like that's fucking crazy, right? Like there's no need for that. There's no need for you having to pay $10,000 for a shirt. Like that doesn't, like there's the way they make the shirt, bro. Like I just don't like. I mean, of course, they're not gonna show you the fucking what's it called, the soup and nuts, or the nuts and bolts, or the soup and nuts, whatever, of the operation, and tell you exactly how they do it. But there's plenty of documentaries out there how the fashion industry works, and it's just sometimes okay, here there is a whole technique where it's like if we price this at a certain point, we are going to limit the amount of people who can own this shit. And that's always been the case with like since forever. Like think about it with cars. I'm not even okay, I'm gonna say right now, I don't like Mercedes Benz and I don't like fucking BMWs. And I don't give a fuck if anyone's opinion out there about the two vehicles. I don't see myself ever driving one of those. I don't like them. All right. Now that being said, my dad growing up would be like, "Oh, you see, like that," and then at some point he'd be like, "But you see those cars now, bro? Everybody has one, so they're not as popular as they were before. Everybody has one. Same thing with Cadillac. Everybody ended up with the Cadillac. Everybody ended up with this. Everybody ended up with that." And I understand like trying to like single people out and like da da da. What I don't understand is why certain people think like they can talk shit about other people. Like if you look good, bro, you look good, right? End of the day, there's nothing else to it. To just like rock your shit, bro. Yeah, you know, and not just that. If you can rock it better, like you could find someone in a fucking or like what is it? Like if you even count the price of like the inflatable, right? Because it's probably like an inflatable jacket for you to go in the pool or something with the little toy, the actual shoes. Like this man's outfit might actually cost you somewhere in the ballpark of I don't know, bro. Let's just say like $200 because it's just a bunch of random shit. Like the Barack Obama book is probably $20, right? You know the little Harry Potter wand that's in there probably like another $20, right, or $30. Yeah, they're like little things and they add up, right? So yeah, his whole outfit is that. But look, everybody's in there looking at him like he's rocking like the next thing. That like if this shit was out, people would pay like $5,000 for that sweater, or like fucking at least $400. Maybe not so crazy. Yeah, some people with a lot of money dress so bad. They dress like a clown. Yeah, and they do that for attention. They dress like that for the purpose of like, oh, look at me, like I got money, and anybody. And it's funny because like they still do that, yet anybody will tell you that like the richest people dress like fucking nobodies, dog. The richest people don't want you to know they're rich, dog. Like the richest people have enough of their own shit to deal with that they don't need people seeing them and being like, oh damn, this guy's got money. Like why would you like it's money. It's money, bro. Like it's the thing that when you die you leave behind to who your fucking heirs. Like it's the foundation of every fucking country, bro. Like it's literally value turned into a physical object. Why the fuck would you want anyone to know that you have a lot of it? When you know when I mean maybe you don't know this, newsflash, niggas is killing out here, bro. Like, you show up to South Beach with a fucking chain on, bro. You can get robbed, dog. You can get jacked, bro. Like, there's a reason why Florida. All right, listen. Our governor, bless his heart, has signed into law. I think it's either in effect right now or it comes in effect on July 1st, whatever the fuck it is. But open carry. Like, I can have my gun on me whenever the fuck I want, and I ain't gotta worry about having a permit, none of that bullshit. Or it's like, yeah, it's called constitutional carry. Like, look that shit up on your time, bro. But it's essentially what I just said, bro. It's you have the right to bear arms, so you can't tell me I can't have a gun. Obviously, if you're a felon, you give up that right, but that's just like that's everywhere type shit. Now that being said, bro, I don't know where the fuck, man. I went off on a real one right now. What? That's the thing about America. Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, bro. Rich ass motherfuckers on the beach and shit. And hell no, I ain't trying to get robbed, dog. I ain't trying to get robbed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got a crazy chain, but there's a reason why, for example, like people rap about Cuban links. What was so fancy about the Cuban links? It's not even the actual fucking links anymore, bro. It doesn't even matter with the actual links that are so popular because Cubans always had them on and and that's the one that got really made and no. It's the fucking crab lock in the back, bro. That's what everybody wants the fucking Cuban link for because first of all, it's a thick ass chain. It looks nice as fuck. All right, let's be real. Cuban links are sexy. All right, like I got a little thin one, but you know what I'm saying, they look great. That being said, the fucking crab lock in the back, you fucking insert the and you click that bitch. You can't tear that shit off. Trust me, you're going to drag the motherfucker by the neck before you break that chain loose. You get what I'm saying? Like, because that's how they're making them, right? And that's why everybody wants a Cuban link. Because niggas is getting robbed. So it's just like, fine, let's just say they're not gonna snatch the chain off of my neck. But if they have a gun to my face and I don't have a gun on me, point it right back, and we need to start shooting at each other already, right? This is a big hypothetical here, right? They have the gun to my face. I got the thick ass Cuban. I ain't got a fucking gun on. I can't defend. Here you go. Enjoy. Because what the fuck else are you gonna do? What the fuck? All you can do is hope that when they go to try to fence it, whoever the fuck fences it is cool with the guy who makes the fucking jewelry. He's like, yo, this nigga's trying to fence your shit. boom, and it passed it back to the fucking person. But that's some fucking real like hood, like, yo, dude, I got you type shit. Like, that shit doesn't fucking go on all the time. Oh, for sure, bro. Like, but that's, yeah. And then at the point I'm trying to make is like, people with money aren't trying to show off that they got money. That's not the whole point of the game, bro. For them, it's just to fucking keep making more and enjoy simply what they got. Like, it's not about the ego thing. It's not about showing off how much they have. It's about just enjoying it. And honestly, like, I don't know if maybe I'm just a different type of dude, but bro, I don't dress crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly, like, my goal in life is to just get everywhere as far as I gotta get and not have to wear a suit. You know what I'm saying? Not that I look bad in a suit. I look great in a suit. But I hate having to dress formally. Like, it's not about, it's just about, there's a certain level of comfort when you're allowed to kind of show and represent yourself in the way you dress. That's why I don't have like a problem with like people who fucking dye their hair all these crazy ass colors or like wear crazy outfits or fucking like fairies, bro. I remember, bro, there was one time, bro, when I worked in the school system, dude, I saw some person like riding bike across the school completely dressed in like a fox outfit. And I was just like, oh shit, they're real, dog. Like, they're out here. I was like, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. So, you know, you want to dress crazy, dog. You want to dress simple, dog. But why are you judging? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that kind of gets me, is like, why do people judge that shit? I don't understand that. Like, mind your own fucking business.
Ray was a natural in front of the cameras, sticking to his backstory well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's beauty. You're very good friend.
For the most part.
I have an online fashion and lifestyle.
In Vienna, collection, hard and soft.
In Vienna.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So do you think Ray's got what it takes to be in your magazine?
Absolutely.
Really?
This is what we need.
Oh, you want to stand with me? Oh, it's my lucky day.
Your outfit.
Thank you.
These two models really took a liking to Ray.
Hello.
So cool.
Thank
Do
you.
you have Instagram?
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, catch me on Instagram, yeah.
They were absolutely insistent on getting his Instagram. Look at that, they're just following us. Ray's ranking in the fashion world was climbing fast, and it wasn't long before we got invited.
Hold on, Frank. What are you
following
doing?
us.
Ray's
ranking in the fashion world was climbing.
Frankie, what are you doing?
Fast.
He's like, get over here, like, tickle.
Wasn't long before we got invited backstage by the designer.
Welcome to the big leagues, Ray.
Hello. Your name?
You got invited to the back?
Yes. Ray's ranking in the fashion world was climbing fast, and it wasn't long before we got invited backstage by the designer.
Welcome to the big leagues, Ray.
Hello. Your name is?
What do you rate Ray's outfit?
I love this piece.
Ray had made some waves at that show, but everyone knows if you're at the top of the fashion world, you have to sit in the front row, but these seats are reserved for the best. If we could get photographs in the front row, we'd be building the Gxxsei name even more. So we headed to another show, and there was already a queue forming as we arrived.
We're just queuing people and then letting them in very shortly.
But with no tickets, we had to put all our trust in the Gxxsei name.
Hi, yeah, I've got Ray Galetti here.
Are you together?
Yes, yeah, we are, yeah.
We made it.
We just skipped the entire queue and managed to blank away, and so hopefully that means...
I love it, dude. I love it, bro. I love it, dude. Because I feel like just walking up to the place and being like, yo, what's up, dude?
Front row.
We got welcomed in so early, and
you know what? You know what I love about this video too? It's just like, they started off by showing you how they got rejected. Like, dude, it didn't go perfect. Like, it didn't go perfect every time, bro. But they fucking, bro. It's people, bro. It's called charisma, dog. It's charisma, dog. It's charisma. It's confidence, right? It's like And you know, this is one of the greatest things. Like I think I've kind of like been able to come across in life. It's just like even if you don't feel like you're that person in the moment, bro, you can act your way, dog. Like if you practice a little acting, dog, if you just like take a little time in the mirror every day and just act out an emotion and just key in on like how like you know your body feels and like how you're expressing and what you look like and da 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 da. Like surely like sooner before later like you'll be able to like really I love acting, bro. I love acting, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I did that shit in middle school. I did that shit in did I do it in high school? Nah, I did it in college, bro. That shit was off the chain, dog. But I feel that like just practicing that, like just these different faces and just kind of like emotions and how you express them. And like honestly, you like people do it all the time, bro. Like if you've ever had a conversation with someone who you don't want to have a conversation with and you're just there like, oh yeah, oh wow, huh. And then like I've even caught myself in those situations and I told myself, let me see what I can do with this person. And I've been like, yeah, oh, okay. So then what happened after that? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's so interesting. No, for real. And the cool, interesting part, and this is just like from conversations with like random people at bars and shit like that, like just practicing, like, like, just different emotions, even though you're not necessarily feeling that in that moment. I think that's just a cool little thing. And like, I feel like it's something you could apply to this, bro. Oh shit, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna do that ASAP. I'm gonna do that after this.
Now we are waiting in front of the friends and family.
Alright, off we go.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
But if we wanted to secure front row, we had to react fast. Oh my god! Front row!
We've made it.
New levels have been unlocked.
Oh, wow. Can I take a picture of you?
Yeah.
That's insane. Oh my god, I love it.
Does it need feeding yet?
That's insane. Oh my god.
Wait.
Wow, can I take a picture of you?
Yeah.
That's insane.
He's sorry, look away though with the fucking headphones. He's just looking down, he looked away. Dog, listen, I wish I knew how to fucking do it so that like it just fucking scrolls like a little bit at a time. Like frames instead of fucking 5 seconds, dog.
Oh my god, I love
She
it.
looked away. Look at her face, dog. Like she, oh man. You know, here. It's not to say anything about like her being petty. Like maybe she was just looking away, 100%. But like, look how much time. Like she took time to put that together. Like her phone case matches her gloves, which match her dress thing, shirt, maybe combo pants, whatever the fuck. And then like you look at the fucking headphones. The headphones are fire, dude. There's some cool ass headphones. But then she also had to, she picked the 3 different levels here. You know, she's got the choker, she's got the short chain, and she got the longer chain kind of dripping down. And then the pink stuff, right? Like the pink hair. Like this is all coordinated with fucking she tied bows on that, bro. She took time to tie bows and these fucking assholes just put a Tamagotchi on a fucking necklace.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
You know?
Does it need feeding yet?
Like that's that's the general emotion right there, bro.
Some of the outfits.
Oh yeah? Oh shit. Why aren't you already, bro? I don't even know how to do this. Hold on. I don't know why you weren't already. I could have sworn you were. Alright.
This show were strange.
Yo.
But with Ray by.
Oh no, these are great. Yo, wow.
Some of the.
Damn, dude. How do you go frame by frame on YouTube, dog? Hold on, we're gonna Google this shit real quick. How to go. Just edited out the VOD. Press this. No, not. Oh, you pause and then you. No, it goes 5 seconds. What? We got it. We got it. We're in business, boys.
Wow, can I take a picture?
No.
Does it need feeding yet?
Yeah, let's go, dude. We're in business now. All right. What is this? I love it. Like, it's so weird. I don't love it as in I'll fucking wear it, you guys. Like, but no, it's you know those two little fucking left and right arrows, like the period and the comma. Those you gotta pause and then boop, 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 boop. Dude, that's crazy. That's different, I guess. I don't. Huh. Okay, now, not like this, but whatever fucking graphic that they have on here is trippy as shit, and like a jacket. Like I'm not even like just imagine that like this is your like your head sticking out the top, right, and then this is the neck, right, and these are the shoulders. Like, this is a pretty cool jacket, but it's also weird because it's like, what if you can make a jacket that looks like a skirt? Now this, honestly, I love the headpiece, bro. That shit looks dope. Like, I love like big shit. I think that shit looks cool as fuck. Like, okay, here, I'll put it to you like this. In all my years of playing WoW, most of my time was either spent like playing a fucking a Tauren or an Orc, because they're like the biggest fucking guys, and when you would put on gear, it just looks so fucking cool. Like, that's it, as simple as that. This looks great. This actually looks fantastic. This isn't weird at all. Like, I would take like if I was walking like some kind of red carpet event type shit, and my chick was with me though, like, not if my chick would be with me. I wouldn't mind her rocking some shit like this. It actually looks pretty good. Oh, that's dope. I mean, that's kind of all right. It's a little bit normal. I mean, I like this. Reminds me of a little tech wear type shit. This just looks like trash bags. What is this? Nope. This looks like streetwear. This looks like streetwear, bro. This could really pass. Now this right here, dog. I think they just came up with a really cool jacket and pants, and they're like, well, we can't just walk that out there because it's not weird enough. Let's do something weird to it. And what the fuck are we gonna do to it? We're gonna fucking stab it with a bunch of sticks. And they're like, yeah, fuck it. Like, no, I didn't mean that. I'm like, yeah, you did. This is great. Oh, look at that. Look like what's that dude? Oh, C3PO. C3PO.
The outfits at this show were,
yeah, that's great. That looks like the other one.
Strange.
Okay.
But
hey, bro, that's useful, dog. Strange is cool, but imagine, look, you deflate those, right? You deflate those. It's like tech wear, bro. You deflate that shit, and then like if you're ever like in the water, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, and you need to float because you don't want to die. It's tech wear. That's exactly what that is. It's tech wear.
Strange, but with Ray by my side, I felt right at home.
I don't know. The shoes, all right. They're like Doc Martens.
This looks like something
I don't have an expectation for all these, bro. I didn't make them.
I would make, and I think Ray agreed.
That's not bad. It's like lingerie with just a little extra too much shit.
Yeah, certain parts of that I like. I'll tell you what.
Oh Ray, you little saucy old man, you.
I'll be better than that, and I'm
Oh,
Safe to say he was having a great time on the front row.
disgusting.
Damn. Yeah, but did he actually say that?
Safe to say he was having a great time on the front row.
Disgusting.
Oh, was it just bare? Was it just like all out? Was there like nothing covering it? Because he liked the other one, but was it because the other one was a little more sexy, a little more secretive type?
Disgustingly good.
Oh shit, Ray, attaboy.
As the show drew to a close,
oh Ray, you got me there.
Ray once again took the spotlight.
impeccable today.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely fabulous.
At this point, it became
All right. Look, dog. All right. Far left, that jacket is off the chain, bro. 100%. But then also, the one with all the crazy eyes, that jacket looks kind of crazy too, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think you can kind of tell, kind of like, I'm into like...
Very clear, these silly items I found on Wish weren't so silly after all.
I love this one.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you got one yourself.
Winning. I got you. Yo. I'm a huge fan of keychains and shit. I used to have so many of them, but they kept falling off. Bro, I'll put it to you like this. Kid Robot. Here, I got you, bro. Kid Robot. Bro. I used to spend so much money on Kid Robot shit. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. Alright. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Alright. So. Damn, they don't really have them like that no more, though. It's just vinyl figures. Oh, let me put Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant. Sorry for that. Whoops. Ninja Turtles! Dude, they don't have them anymore, bro? Oh, that's crazy. They used to have keychains, bro. TMNT keychain. Right here, bro. Oh my god, bro. Alright, you see the little Ninja Turtles, bro? Alright. So these are all from Kid Robot, right? I had all 4 of the turtles, and you can kind of see his head back there. Let me see if I can find another one, bro. I had all 4 fucking turtles, dog. And they just slowly fucking just one fall off, and the other one get fucked up. It hurt my soul, bro, because they're not even fucking cheap, bro. What if you can still buy them? Dude, I don't see them anywhere, bro. They also had Master Splinter and Shredder, and those are the other 2 I had. You could kind of see them in the back of that photo, but it's just not good. It's not a good photo. Maybe if I type in Kid Robot. Yeah, Kid Robot. Oh fuck! Come on. Oh wait, no, is that Shredder? I don't remember what color he had on, but that's Shredder. My bad. That's Shredder right there. That's the Shredder. And then I had, oh shit, there you go, perfect. Oh man, they killed it. Thank you. All right. So yeah, I had the 4 turtles plus Shredder and Master Splinter. I didn't have these other fucking, I didn't have these wacky ass fucking random ass clown fucking bad guys. Like, I didn't give a fuck about them, dude. That wasn't my fucking sauce, dog. Wasn't what I was about. But yeah, I love keychains, bro. I love all that little swaggy shit, dog. And like I said, bro, I even got a Tamagotchi still, dog. That's the first generation, dog. Don't fuck with it.
He's got a penis on his head because he's a head.
Look at him, he's a superstar. My creation right there. Maximus Bucharest never even made it to the front row.
Max, you're nowhere.
They'd climbed one step closer to the biggest after party of the year. People knew his name. Photos had been taken. Front rows had been sat in. There was an excitement around Ray. Everyone could feel it. The after party was 3 hours away and we could barely hold our anticipation. Okay, Ray needed a nap. What he didn't realise as he slept, he was posted on London Fashion Week's official Instagram.
That's great. I'm so happy for him. I'm just so happy. This is great. This is exactly what it needs.
Instagram page. But not only that, he was featured in Vogue's Top Looks of the Week.
Even better than...
You're kidding me.
This is the original Fashion Week house. So I thought, ahead of the after party, why don't we get Max to sprinkle a little something and change up your outfit just slightly to give it that extra edge.
Oh, these are good. Some fish slippers, a dog toy. The less we talk about that, the better.
Dog toy.
Dog toy.
Oh,
That's drippy. I've got what's gonna go on Ray's shoe. You just kicked her on a fag. I put it on the wrong way around.
Oh, Max, smoking can damage the sperm. Oh, everything's just so fucking fashionable.
And with that, Ray's after party fit was complete. There was just one small thing left to do.
You are the world's most famous mammal. Look at this outfit. Isn't it just amazing?
Not really. I look better.
Oh, f*** off.
Jeez. As we approached, the scale of the task ahead started to sink in. Thousands of people line the street, hoping to get a glimpse of the celebrities on the list. Pharrell Williams, Lewis Hamilton, Serena Williams, even Justin and Hailey Bieber. The list of celebs were ridiculous, and we were going to pull up to the front of the queue and try and skip the entire thing.
Come on, Ray. The drip lord.
As we got out the Uber, heads were turning. I'd never seen a queue like this in my life. It literally stretched a mile back, everyone in it hoping to get access.
We managed to skip this queue, all because we're with Ray. This would be the biggest jib of the century.
We finally reached the front of the queue, and I'd managed to convince the security guard that Ray was VIP.
So if you just stay here, I'm gonna try, all right?
So we just needed to wait to see if we could get us in.
Hopefully I've made a decision here. Do you want to come through, guys? Thank you.
It was game on, and this was turning into chaos. The security split the entire queue at the front for us. I couldn't believe it. It was a tight squeeze, especially for Ray in his awful jacket.
Can I just get everyone to make a bit of a hole, please? I don't know what the gentleman's trying to get through.
Excuse me, guys.
Level 1 was complete, but we still had to get past gate 2 where they were checking guest list.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Dog. Okay. I think the good part about it is that like the old man probably doesn't give a shit if this happens or doesn't happen. I mean, it's a pretty big event, and I don't think they're gonna fucking. I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna use context clues and be like, yo, there's not that much left in the video, bro. So maybe they get it, maybe they don't, bro. But fuck, dude, like he doesn't give a shit, right? So like, you know, he's gonna do his part. But if I was the dude, if I was this fucking grandson, whoever the fuck, you know, the main guy in front of the camera with him, if I was that, bro, I'd be fucking like, yo, what did he say his name was? Ray and something? Fuck, I don't remember his name. Fuck.
And without a name on there, this was going to be tough.
We're on guest list.
Do you know whose guest list you're on?
I'm not sure. I've got my client, Mr. Gletty, here, though.
Can you just stay up way on the step for me?
Yeah, of course. Hey, are you okay? Sorry, we're meant to be at the VIP entrance. Am I good to go through? Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you. Take care.
How did that work?
Jesus Christ.
All right, listen. All right. So, listen, dog. Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell you exactly how that shit works. All right. I'm gonna tell you exactly how that works. All right. First of all, we already talked about the swagger, the charisma, the confidence, right? So you got that down, right? All right. So if you got that down, this next part isn't gonna be too tough. These events, for the most part, it's like there's security's one dude, right? And yeah, if you got a ticket, you just show him right away. He's gonna just let you in. You're not gonna have to worry about anything. But when there's like an issue, security's just like, bro, there's a million fucking people outside. I don't give a shit. Right now. You stand to the side. We're gonna get the lady who's in charge because I'm not gonna be responsible for letting someone in who's not supposed to be in right now. Lady comes. Yeah. He's trying to get in. I don't know what's going on. Go talk to him. Next. And then she's like, yeah, what's going on? And she sees like this old man just like all dripped out and shit, or like whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? And then she's like, oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you're who? Oh, yeah. And then like when you say the name, you're talking about this is a high scale event. Like, you know, this might be a big break for her. You know what I'm saying? This could be a huge opportunity. She doesn't want to fuck up. Obviously, she fucked up. But it's a good thing they didn't show her face. And that's the reason why they fucking blurred it out. Because that would not be good. And honestly, bro, like here, I'll put it to you like this. It's not that like anyone can't expose her. But like, you'd be an asshole for doing that, dog. Like, I mean, to a certain extent, part of me is like, yeah, security and like, you know, like what if this person, you know, was dangerous and like da-da-da-da. But it's just like, that's not gonna happen, bro. Someone who's dangerous get through all this? Nah, bro. This is someone who's trying to make content, so on and so forth. Like it's just not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. So like, you know, she sees this, she hears a name that sounds like it's supposed to be famous. You know what I'm saying? They say it like this. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh shit. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Galetti, yeah. And mind you, like I said, they started the video by showing you it doesn't work every time. Right? It doesn't work every time. But sometimes it works, dog. And that's all you need, dog. Because this motherfucker, okay, think about it. If you wanted to make it in the fashion world, bro, and let's just say you did this with your own granddad, right? And you dressed him the fuck out in your own, like, designer shit, whatever the fuck you designed, right? And then you take him and you did all this shit, bro. Like, your granddad could have ended up on London Fashion Week. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing crazy, bro. And then from there, they're like, oh, who styled you? And then, like, you know, they give, you know, he just has to give the name as if, you know, he faked his name. So giving your name wouldn't make a fucking difference. And then before you know it, like, you know, you say, oh, yeah, he's working with me on a special blah, blah, blah. You know, you could just bullshit it. One thing, too, though, is like, it's multiple people, too, bro. It's multiple people, too. So, I mean, how do you do this on your own? It's probably going to take a lot more, you know, when you have a crew with you. Because think about it. It's the old man. It's the dude shooting. It's the guy with the camera, and it's the dude with security, playing as security. Like, that's 4 people. Like, you're talking about 4 people walking up to an event together, and like all of them acting like they're here for this one random guy. And then this one random guy is like asserting himself in a such a specific way that gives you the inclination that, oh shit, maybe this is someone important, and maybe I might be overlooking something, and there's a lot of things going on, and I have a lot of fires to put out. Of course he let him through, bro.
But it's so kids.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a joke. Ray.
How did you manage it? Whoa.
We've just done
Whoa.
the biggest queue jump I've ever seen.
Yeah, wow. I've done some, but that takes the cake.
It's single-handedly taken Ray from the bottom to the very pinnacle of Fashion Week.
There you go, Ray.
Whoops.
That's what it's all about.
You see, and then they have all like the actual security shit there. So it's not even like yeah, so like what, like my only worry was like, yo, what if homie had a gun on him? Bro, don't worry about it, bro. Like they have ways to check for all that shit. So it's just like, you know, it's not even like it's not like she put anybody's life at risk by allowing these people to come in here and pull this fucking stunt. Like nobody was hurt in the process. And, you know, like I said, bro, if anyone came after this chick, bro, they'd be assholes.
Wow. And now we were in.
Jeez.
Inside the biggest fashion after party of the year, amongst A-list celebs with a man aged 76 dressed in clothes bought from Wish.
It's just incredible. It's amazing. Mind-blowing. Fascinating. River.
What?
It's amazing. Mind-blowing. Fascinating.
Bro, that looks crazy. And look, yeah, it just happens to be a Benz, huh? Oh, jeez. I don't know. Well, those aren't real wheels, right? Like, all right, nah, it's just like inflatable shit all around the car. It's probably like jacked up with something. But that would make a cool ass fucking whip, bro. It's just too bad you'll never actually see it.
Fascinating. Riveting. Brilliant.
And he wants to
It's everything.
There was only one thing for it. It was time to enjoy ourselves.
I just cost him his job. Like he's just like, yo, what's up? They're like the event coordinator, that lady who was like running around, like who got them in, is looking at him like, "Argh!" She's like, you're gonna get $50 off your ticket. That's crazy, dog. Dog, they're getting paid to just be fucking mannequins. You see like the different levels of life, right? Like, it's, I even fucking, I didn't even key in on the gloves. He's wearing fucking kitchen mitts. Oh shit, dude. But bro, they're literally getting paid to be a mannequin. Literally getting paid to be a mannequin. Only thing I can imagine is that this fucking black block over here is gonna slide over, and it's gonna be somebody else, so like they can fucking get the fuck out. Because bro, like you have to literally stand there like for what? Like what? How long is this event? 3 hours? Like 1 hour at a time? Do you switch out? Like, is it a point where like everyone turns around and walks out? Like that might be cool, but I think it'd be even cooler if the door's shut and there's already like an extra set of human mannequins already ready to go, and they just walked away and then switched out to their next fucking outfits. I think that'd be cool, but that's a lot. Dog, couldn't be me, bro. Couldn't be me, dog. Like, you couldn't pay me to do that. Like, I got ADHD, dog, or ADD, one or the other. I couldn't do that. Ugh, fuck that. Imagine standing still. Ugh! And that's your life, bro. Okay, well, no, here, look. Like I said again, bro. Like, if you love what you do, do it, bro. Who gives a shit? Like, fuck it, bro. Do you? Like, more power to you. But that. Yeah, I'm more of the Ray type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Walk into the place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, take pictures of everybody. Yeah, this is cool. Hey, he took a cigarette. I like pasta. Whoa, that was a great transition. It was from him. Oh, okay. So they just like diffused it. Oh, I like that. That was really good. Bam. That was great.
Pasta. I hear that. Bolognese. Spaghetti bolognese. We love that. We love that. I love it.
After countless photos and interviews with the top publications, Ray had now cemented himself at the top of the fashion game.
I'm going to come down like a bus.
Ray had now cemented himself at the top of the
Her face. She just lit up with joy.
I'm going to come down like a busted balloon, I think.
Holy shit. That was great. That was actually a really good video. Oh, man. I Faked My Grandpa to the Top of Fashion Week by Zach Alsop. That was really well done. I wasn't really expecting it to be that entertaining, but it was actually pretty good. I was hoping to get into something a little bit like grittier to start off with, but I'm glad. But you know what? Whatever, bro. Like, we got that one. We did that one. That's one in the books. So let's go look for another one now. Let me see what we got. Let's see what we got on the list, dog. I thought I already had the list pulled up, and now I'm realizing I don't have the list pulled up. That's just annoying. Oh, this is long ass time ago, but fuck it, bro. Fuck it. It was a long time ago. This is already 2 months ago, dog. It's already 2 months ago, dog. This is a really whatever, bro. All right. Oh, look, we got some. Okay. All right. So like the 2 months ago one was the Trump indicted, right? Let me see. Oh, I gotta move this over from the list. Since we already got it done. All right, cool. Trump indicted. Destiny debates. Yeah, I picked that one because it's like a quick little 30 minutes. It's not a quick 30 minutes, but you know what I'm saying. It's not that bad. Let me see. We got that one. Yeah, I got some on here that are way too old. All right. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. I got a way better one. I got a way better one. Fucking like some political shit. We can get to political shit later. I got you, bro. I appreciate that, buddy. God bless. Oh man. Nah, you know what? Here. Let's start. Let's finish what we started, bro.
President to be indicted. The grand jury's vote regards an alleged settlement made with adult film actress Stormy Daniels during the former president's 2016 campaign. According to 5 people with knowledge of the matter per the New York Times, Trump and Daniels allegedly had a sexual encounter in 2006.
Actually, hold on. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'll be back. 1 second. Damn, technically I can take the camera with me. Oh man. Oh, gotta go chief real quick. Yo, chief real quick. Give me a sec. Let's yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, man. All right. All right. So, next one, Trump indicted. Destiny debates Tim Pool live. Those of you who aren't familiar with Destiny, he's he's a motherfucker, bro. This is one of those dudes who does all his research, and I mean, okay, here I'll put it to you like this. I don't know the guy personally, but I could tell you from all the times that he's done these debates, and from the fact that he's been able to amass such a following, and I'm pretty sure people have tried to fact check him on shit all the time in the comment sections, and I'm sure he's replied and this, that, and the third. He's garnered a reputation as someone who fucking does their research, all right? As someone who says shit because they have facts to support their arguments, right? Like, debates are, a lot of people just like to argue. Arguments and debates are two different things. Arguments are when two individuals are just throwing shit at one another, right? Debates are more like people throwing shit at one another and then allowing each other time to throw shit back. Okay? And it's really like, it's like, oh, you threw your shit? Well, here's my shit and it's stinkier. Arguments are just like, you know, it's just not conducive to fucking communication or trying to bring a point across. And even if there are 2 points where, like, even if it's something where you're not going to change the opposing side's view, at least for people who are watching and people who get this kind of content and consume it, it gives them an opportunity to hear both sides of an argument and then decide for themselves what they think is right and what isn't right, and so on and so forth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let this play out, and this might get a little spicy.
Big breaking news story, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking: Manhattan grand jury votes to indict Donald Trump. Trump will be the first former president to be indicted. The grand jury's vote regards an alleged settlement made with adult film actress Stormy Daniels during the former president's 2016 campaign. According to 5 people with knowledge of the matter per the New York Times, Trump and Daniels allegedly had a sexual encounter in 2006, according to the claim. Trump is the first former president to face criminal charges after office. While the specific charges are currently unknown, an indictment is expected to be announced as Trump will be asked to surrender and face arraignment. A lawyer for the former president confirmed his indictment shortly after the initial announcement, the AP reported. In a March 18th Truth Social post, Trump said he would be arrested on the 21st and called for people to protest and take our nation back. Okay, so basically after that, they postpone the indictment, things get delayed.
Okay. This is an article on his website.
And then all of a sudden, just like a couple hours ago, they announced they voted to indict Donald Trump. So obviously, my opinion on this, as we've talked about it before, is this is silly and stupid. But while we have you, man, what do you think?
I mean, if he committed a crime, I think he should have the book thrown at him. I think generally this is a misdemeanor crime. Usually,
obviously, like, yeah, 100%. But, all right. Here, I put it to you like this: all you gotta do in like the world of law, right, is just prove something happened once, right? Because the moment you could prove something happened once, the moment you could prove, okay, I'll put it to you like this, bro. It's like lying. And I don't condone lying, bro. I don't condone lying. Like, you're much better off just not answering a question than you are lying, bro. Like, lying is just wrong. And when I say don't answer a question, I mean, like, let the person who is asking you or the people who are asking you know that, yo, I'm just not going to answer that. I'm not comfortable, whatever the case is, right? I don't agree with this idea that it's okay to just say something because of this and that. It's not okay to just say something, bro, because you don't know who's listening. And I think one of the things we miss out a lot in culture today is the importance of language and the things we say. You know, I feel that like mainstream language is very informal, and because of that, you lose a lot of the context in what's being said. I think that like it's never okay to lie, right? So if you're in a situation and you lie, and I find out that you're lying, trust me, you're gonna forever change the landscape of the situation. And if you lie once, you're gonna lie again. And it's not to say that people can't change, but it's really like, what's the motivation, right? Are you you know what I'm saying? If you're lying to someone you love, you really need to ask yourself what the fuck you're doing, especially if that person loves you back. Because then at the end of the day, all you're doing is giving them a misrepresentation of who you are. And the thing is that their future actions are going to be based on a misrepresentation of who you are. And therefore, later on in the future, when they're a certain way and you have no fucking idea why, well, guess what? It's your own fucking fault because you did that. You reaped what you sowed. And dishonesty is never okay, bro. Like I said, you're much better eating shit, facing the music, you know what I'm saying? Like just, and also, like I was younger, right? Like I remember a time where I lied to everybody, bro. Everybody, bro. I was just, not everybody. Like I had homies who I didn't have a need to lie to because it's not like they were like, you know, in my business and shit. But like I would lie to this person and that person. I would lie to my parents about where I was going and what I was doing. I would lie to try to get some money so I can, you know, go get some shit like with my boys and drink, like, and like party in high school, like shit like that, bro. Like, or like when I was away in college, bro, I had my own little gig. But like I'd fucking get lit, bro. And my mom would be like, "Oh, what are you doing tomorrow?" "Oh, I'm just gonna, you know, study, play video games." And reality was, it was just more like drinking and play video games. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, bro. It's just shit like that, where it's just like, I don't know. I guess I feel I'm going on a personal right here, but like I said, lying gives a misrepresentation of what's really going on, and even to that, as far as like, you know, lying to your family and things like that, like that's just not good, bro. Like I get it, like here, I'll put it to you like this, bro. There's certain, you know, there's always exceptions to the rule, because I could imagine a situation where, like, you know, you have a parent that beats the shit out of you, and you're trying to absolutely avoid that. Well, guess what, bro? Like, lying is no longer, it's no longer a matter of, you know, like you're in a different, you're asking a different ethical question at that point, and it has nothing to do with lying. It has more to do about survival. And the thing is like you can't relate someone getting their ass beat if they tell a lie, if they don't tell a lie, versus someone getting their phone taken away for a week if they don't lie. Like they're two different things, bro. Because one of them is completely like selfish and like you're just a little fucking turd, and the other one is like your life's in fucking danger. So you catch person lying one time, you catch a person fucking paying a bill the wrong way the one time, you catch someone doing shit like that, like you catch them once, it's gonna be easier to catch them again.
There's a statute of limitations, but if records were falsified in an attempt to cover up another crime, then the statute of limitations is extended. But I don't think any of us have seen the indictment yet, so I wait till they unseal the indictment to see how silly or stupid I think it is. But hey, if he broke the law, I think he should have the book thrown at him. And even ex-presidents, I don't believe, are above the law. So
I absolutely agree. I'd like to see more presidents get arrested and charged.
For what?
Oh man, make me nervous, you guys. It's the first time in history a president's ever been indicted.
That's a great point, and that's something I thought about when this shit first happened. I was like kind of shocked. I was like, "Holy shit, this is big!" Because this is like literally like, okay, I'll put it to you like this: it's not just that they figured this out on him; it's a stain on his reputation. If they figure this out on him, it's a stain on America's reputation because like he represented us for 4 years, and we have a fucking, it's not a huge majority, but there's a chunk of the population, dog, that is like pushing to get this dude. I mean, it wasn't a majority last time, right? Because he lost to Biden. But like I said, if you don't count like just people going party line, like those avid supporters, like he's got them. So like if all this shit gets proven true, and then from there you got a little more things trickling out of that, like okay, well where'd that money go? How'd that money get handled? Well, where are the accounts for that money? All of a sudden you open up fucking Pandora's box, dog. And that's gonna just show on our reputation as a country, which sucks, but I think it's necessary because it shows that, hey yo, we ain't scared, dog. We ain't scared that, bitch, we'll come after you, your mammy, your daddy. Bitch, we'll come after our own president. We don't give a fuck. Actually, I mean, technically it's done in the past in other ways.
No, I agree. I don't care if they break the law, then they should be charged. My issue, I suppose, is it seems overtly political. I mean,
how can we say that without seeing the indictment?
That's a fair point.
But you just said that.
I said it seems overtly political. It's fair to say we don't know for sure, but it seems that way, especially considering the dude campaigned on investigating Trump. They spent years, and this was the best they could come up with, that Cohen paid Stormy Daniels to not write a book or give an interview or whatever about banging Trump, and that Trump tried claiming it was legal fees, despite the fact that a letter was put out 2018 where Cohen's lawyer said Cohen paid for it out of pocket, was never reimbursed. So I mean, like, that feels kind of like exculpatory evidence outright, which makes this seem political.
So do you think that the payments to him that were recorded in the book, do you think that's all fake, or?
So I don't know. Well, definitely, I'm interested in seeing what the reason.
I just don't understand why, because like the thing that drives me the craziest, it happens to the Andrew Tate stuff too, where things will come out and people immediately say this is political, it's partisan. It's like, well, why not just wait till the indictments come out and then we can actually see. When the indictments come out, it might be that there's a lot of stuff in there. And it's like, oh, okay, that's fair, and it might be, wow, this is BS. Like, it's obviously
because
political.
Bragg campaigned on doing this.
Sure, but I mean, like, people can campaign on all sorts of things, right? Giuliani campaigned on cleaning up New York. The guy that, well.
That literally makes it political.
If you campaign on like enforcing laws, like, is that a political?
No, he
statement?
Campaigned on investigating Trump.
Maybe he thought Trump broke some laws.
But it's, it's like,
yeah, I mean, it seems like a fair thing to campaign on.
Show me the man, I'll show you the law that he broke, right?
Well, we're about to see that shown once the indictments are unsealed, huh?
So here's what I think with the,
like, that's just like he's just arguing nuance. Like, whether or not something's political, I mean, like, everything is political, bro. Like, everything is an act in a direction of some kind of self-interest, or if you believe it to be some kind of greater interest. You get what I'm saying? Like if you really get the, everything is okay, guys, I'll put it like this: you literally live your life surrounded by policy. Policy is really what is the whole purpose of politics. This is what you study in political science, is how to make policy, how that gets happened, the whole fucking process, what's been done before. You talk about ways you could do it in the fucking future. You study how it's being done right now. You show up to these places. You intern at these fucking offices and these fucking Congress things, blah, 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 whatever, all that bullshit, right? Your life is led by all these things. Like, how you, yeah, you're free. Like, I'm free to fucking say whatever the fuck I want right now, right? But the reason for that is because there is a policy that says, hey, listen, you can't come after Gxxsei for spouting whatever the fuck he says, right? So everything at the root of, at the end of the day, is political as far as my personal opinion goes. I mean, I don't know if there's like a blank, fucking definition we could fucking pull up here real quick. Political definition. Yeah, let's go grab this shit real quick. All right, something political relating to the government or the public affairs of a country. Like, I mean, like, fuck, bro. If you like, what can you talk about that isn't political? Like, what can you talk about that doesn't affect? Okay, I'll put it to you like this. Like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, this is a bit like, kind of fucking, digging, but at the end of the day, if you're doing something and like you see it as good or you see it as bad, it has to do with kind of like a grander spectrum of like, or grander like radius. It's just a bigger thing of like, okay, well, what are you doing? Where are you? Why are you doing this? Where are you doing this? Who's there? What's going on with all these things? Like what we saw with like the fashion video earlier, like that whole little thing these couple of people did, it ended up affecting like ended up getting posted on the page with more than 500,000 followers, and all of a sudden it's not just one like someone saw that post that day and said, yo, that's awesome, and like might have had an idea and got inspired to go do something else and so on and so forth. Like you don't know how many people that reached, and you don't like there's no way to tell like how much influence a couple people, one person, 100,000 people can have. You get what I'm saying? It really does paint a bigger picture of things. So at the end of the day, like this argument of is it political, is it not political? Look, bro, if it has to do with matters of a country, right, relating to the government or the public affairs of a country, you know what I'm saying? It has to do with what's going on in the space and outdoor, like within the realm of like not you buried away in your house where no one can see you. Like this right now is public. You get what I'm saying? So like there's laws about what's going on here. Like I can't kill somebody on here. Like that's not okay. Like that, and I can't kill somebody, period. But that's policy. It's political. You know what I'm saying? There's laws, and then like why, and then like how.
The potential of this case. You have a lawyer? I imagine you've gone through legal stuff, right?
Not like a dedicated one, but I have a couple depending on what I'm going through. Yeah.
Do you go through their itemized invoices? You might. I mean, I don't know if you do or not.
I've never made a single payment of over $10,000 to a lawyer. So usually they send me the itemized thing, and they bill by every 15 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah.
These bills that Trump's paying are over hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That's a lot of money, though. I mean, even if it's not over $10,000, I mean, I get it. Like Destiny is doing well off. You can handle lawyer fees, but you never want to have to handle lawyer fees. That fucking sucks.
I think for Cohen, wasn't it like $330,000 or something at the end of the day? Yeah,
something like that. And so I really doubt Trump was handed this invoice, looked at it and said, no, we can't say we paid Stormy. That's illegal. Let's falsify this record. He probably got a legal bill and was like, just pay him. I don't know, whatever. Right?
Didn't Cohen claim that he and Trump had personal conversations about this particular issue?
Yes, after the fact. But in 2018, Cohen's lawyer claimed Cohen paid for it personally without instruction from Trump and was never reimbursed for it.
Sure. Do you think has Cohen claimed otherwise now?
After the fact, yes, Cohen has claimed otherwise.
So, and those claims were under oath, correct?
Then he should be charged with perjury if that's the case.
But the statements by his boss, were those statements under oath?
His boss?
Yeah, or the other lawyer. Yeah, the other lawyer. Were those under oath?
I don't know who the letter was filed with.
Something that Rosenstein said that I think was really important when he was asked for questioning, this was like 3 or 4 years ago, I think, is he would get very irritated when he was brought before Congress and claims of the media, I think Jim Jordan did this to him, the claims from the media would be brought before him and they'd say, well, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? And he says, well, I don't think that's true. And he's like, do you think they're lying? And something Rosenstein said was, well, if you think they're lying, bring them and have them testify under oath. So I think it's important when we look at people's statements. People will say a lot of things. We saw this with Giuliani and his claims about Trump. People say a lot of things, and then when they're under oath, their stories change significantly. So I'd always be
not just that
cautious to compare statements made under oath to something that some guy might have just said in a letter or said to the press or said to a friend.
Yeah, no, I mean, because I'll tell you right now, like for sure, there's been people who have lied to Congress, and like they've lied to Congress, thought that they could get away with it, and didn't. And maybe there's some who have and did. Like one thing, like you're not going to. I don't know how to put it. Like it's like when everything's on the line like that, and like, bro, like you're appearing, like bro, like you're in front of Congress, dog. Like I can't imagine you're sitting in that chair and you're spewing bullshit out the front of your mouth, bro. Like, that'd be crazy. Nah, bro. That's I can't relate to that shit. That doesn't make sense to me. But
who's Rosenstein?
I think this was sent to the Federal Election Commission.
Maybe, yeah.
That's what it says. Via email, Federal Election Commission, Office of Complaints Examination and Legal Administration, attention, Crystal Dennis. And the letter says that Cohen did it of his own volition. He paid for it out of pocket. He was never reimbursed. So I would put it this way. It seems political when you have a letter like this from years ago, from 5 years ago. And but again, fair point. We'll see what happens. My issue with it for the most part is, really? Falsified record misdemeanor charge? You want to get into the debate about Barack Obama blowing up a kid? Because I would absolutely love to talk about that. Hey, look, if they want to give Trump a misdemeanor charge and lock him up for however many months a misdemeanor gets him, I would absolutely be willing to make that to agree. You're right. He's got to be charged. Next up, Obama. He blew up a kid. He blew up a bunch of kids.
I don't know if Obama broke a law.
I don't think Americans of any capacity are allowed to kill other Americans.
Of any capacity? Don't cops do it all the time?
Not.
Yeah, bro. Like, what is Americans in any capacity are allowed to kill any other Americans? Like, I don't know about that though. Like, didn't we kill a president? No. Not we, not I, but the government is technically the representation of the people. So technically, America's responsible for that kind of shit. So America killed an American. Like, then we also do a bunch of other shit where we, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many fucking things? Bro, literally, they make movies and video games of it, bro. Like, and TV series. Like, you think these people are just making this shit up? You think? One thing I've learned is that reality is stranger than fiction, bro. And 100%, like, if Obama was responsible for American kids blowing up, it's not a pretty look. But the fuck are you gonna do about it? Like, you're not gonna release that shit. You know how many other presidents have fucking probably been responsible for American deaths? Come on, bro. Like, that's just another Pandora's box.
Like,
I mean, it seems like they in the service of doing.
That's a little bit of a semantic trick you played there, right?
Okay.
Come on. Obviously, you can kill people in self-defense, but Obama bombed a civilian restaurant in Yemen, a country we're not at war with, killing civilians, including a 16-year-old American citizen. Like, you can't, if you're in the military, you can't just, or a cop, you can't just go and kill somebody.
Murder. You can't murder.
Yeah, but I imagine the justification Obama would use was that this was in defense of U.S. interests or defense of the United States. And in his role as commander-in-chief, the president of the United States has offered wide deference from the Supreme Court for taking actions in the commission of protecting the United States, even if we disagree with them.
Yeah, I think that's criminal. I mean,
but that's fine. But there's a different question of, like, is it illegal versus do you think it's criminal? Like,
yeah, 100%. This is like, but that's what I'm saying. It is political. Like, that right there they're talking about right now is political. Like, that is 100% like, what's the policy? What's the law? Laws, policy, politics, blah, blah, blah.
Bad, right? It's probably bad, I guess, but like.
So the Obama administration's argument was that they were trying to target a terrorist leader. But I'm not. I mean, you make a fair point, but I'd be willing to argue that the president does not have the authority to bomb countries we are not at war with.
Well, what about when Trump assassinated Soleimani? That was an assassination.
Where was that taking place in?
In Iraq.
In Iraq,
yeah.
A country we have an AUMF over. An authorization for use of military force.
I don't think the authorization for use of military force, I'm pretty sure we were on good terms with Iraq at that point. I don't know if we had the ability to do whatever we wanted in that country. That was a political assassination, though. But there are executive orders that are against the United States.
And I don't disagree.
Sure. But I'm just saying that in general, there's multiple questions going on here. We can say, do we think it's wrong or bad? Probably. I think generally the United States president killing American citizens is generally a bad thing, unless there's really good justification for it. But there's a difference between that versus is it illegal? And I think that
it's not. Come on, dude. We wouldn't be here if it was, bro. The amount of shit that gets swept under the rug, like 100%. Like, if anyone for a second thinks that, like, that shit isn't happening on a fucking daily, not necessarily on a daily, bro. I'm not saying Americans are dying at the hands of the president daily, but if you don't think that, like, these decisions, these hard ass decisions, because, bro, you okay. You want to harp about, like, the one 16-year-old American that died? Well, what about, like, the rest of the other people who were in that building? Like, you don't know what was going on with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, good or evil, still lives. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot. Like, that's killing someone from your country is bad enough. Killing, period, is bad. Like, I can't imagine that Yeah, I can only imagine that the reason why your hair grays so much as president is because of the fact that you're making these fucking crazy decisions that honestly nobody wants to have to fucking make it all.
That the law tends to, we argued about this a little bit before the show, when Trump was doing things at the border that we thought, when I say we progressives and the left got really mad at, the Supreme Court tended to side with him because the president is given wide deference over matters of
What was he doing
national
on the
security.
border?
I think it was when he was using, he couldn't get the funding for the border wall. No. It was over banning certain people coming into the country. When he named there were 7 Muslim majority countries, and when he was running for president, even Giuliani said he's trying to find ways to do a Muslim majority ban. Technically, he's not allowed to do that.
Venezuela and North Korea are on that list, though.
Yeah, well, he changed it up, I think, after the first one didn't go through for whatever reason. But once he did that ban, when people tried to challenge it, the Supreme Court basically said, president, border, he can do almost anything he wants because it's the president of the border.
Yeah, but that's not blowing up a kid.
I didn't say it was blowing up a kid, but I'm just saying that in general, you would think that, like, well, we're talking like border, if we're talking about like passing policy at the border, that seems like a congressional thing. Like, we should be passing laws about immigration policy, but the president can do that basically all on his own because the Supreme Court's like, hey, he's a president, national security, he can do almost whatever he wants.
I think I see the disconnect. Okay. I'm less concerned with legality.
Okay, I'm only talking legality. So.
Right. So I think that
what the fuck else are you discussing here? I don't. Like, you literally have the guy who talks about facts. Like, he's not gonna sit here and talk to you about what you think should happen. Like for that, you don't pull up Destiny. You pull up like somebody from one of the two sides, and then you ask them what they think is good and what they think should happen, and whatever the fuck. You're gonna sit there and argue this shit with Destiny all day. Like, he doesn't want to fucking. Like, he's gonna sit there. All he wants to talk about is fucking like what's been said, what's been done. What's been recorded, like you know, he's in a sense like a fuck man, like a historian almost, where like this man is like he stocks up on information of what's going on and what's happened, and with that, it's just like to try to sit there and like he likes to debate people on. He likes to debate people on everything. Let's be real, bro. This motherfucker argues with everything.
a president who bombs a country we're not at war with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think this guy's trying to have an ethical argument, essentially, and what I think Destiny is. This is just me from like what I've seen of him so far. I haven't seen too much of him, but it seems that like for Destiny, there really isn't like a like yes, he has his own personal ethics. But when it comes to debates, when it comes to like arguing, like, you know, one point versus another, he's not going to bring in emotion. And I don't know whether or not he really is going to dip his toe into like what is right and what is wrong, just rather what is, you know, or rather he's not going to talk about what should be, you know, he's going to talk about things very matter of factly. Like, I don't see him diving into this world of like, well, yeah, you know what? You're right. Like, he is such a jerky poo, and we need to get rid of him right away. And this isn't gonna work at all. Like, that's not.
Should be stripped of his power and criminally charged for killing an American citizen, and it should be literally under the U.S. murder statutes that are covered by multiple state and federal laws. I don't look at it like, well, you know,
is a murder statute? Could I in Tennessee get arrested if I bomb somebody in Yemen? Is that a? I don't know what the.
I mean, that's a good point. You might, yeah, absolutely. Okay. I mean, that might be like way worse than murder. It might be terroristic, international. There might, like, I'm pretty sure if you.
Bro, you're not gonna get charged in Tennessee for bombing someone in Yemen. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Yeah. Oh, maybe. No, the fuck you're not, bro. You're gonna get locked up in Yemen, and your ass is gonna get tried by Yemen. And your ass will sit in the Yemen jail. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, maybe. No, Tennessee doesn't give a fuck about what you're doing in Yemen, bro. You're not their problem at that point. You know how much other shit they got going on to be fucking dealing with your bullshit in whatever other fucking part of the world? No, fucking go. Do whatever the fuck bro, and not to mention, like, if you're bombing something, you're probably fucking tweaked, right? Like, you're probably not a fucking NBA player or WNBA player. You're probably not someone like, you know, who fucking served in the army. You're probably not a white girl who got locked up for no reason or abducted. And, you know, come on.
as an American citizen, set off a bomb in a foreign country, you'd be criminally charged in the U.S.
Yeah, but I don't know
Assange
if it'd be under state statutes, right? That sounds like some
federal.
International, federal, yeah, maybe. Or,
Yeah. Julian Assange is being criminally charged in the U.S., even though he's not a U.S. citizen who didn't do anything in the United States. Kim.com, for that matter, too. I mean, the dude's never even was never this country, and they went after him. So
I just think that I think it's really important that we separate conversations of what should somebody be charged with versus like what do we think is wrong. And I think both conversations are important. We can talk about like is this wrong or is it not wrong, and there's probably a good conversation to be had there. But there's a difference between that versus like somebody needs to be charged here. Because like, well, charged with what? Is there actually a crime broken, or is it just like we're really upset about this particular thing, which is fair.
Yeah, I think the Patriot Act's insane, and the National Defense Authorization Act insane. It gives them it really gives the president the authority to bomb an American citizen anywhere in the United States.
It doesn't. It gives them the right to rendition anyone, anywhere in the world, and then hold secret tribunals. And I think that's wrong. And I think if we're going to just play like the question of is it legal, well, then there's a whole lot of really awful stuff the government's going to end up doing if we just say, well, they made it legal, so they
end up doing is a bunch of horrible stuff the government does. You're speaking in the past tense.
Can do it, but they
but this is what I always fight against. Like when it comes to like BLM and everything.
One thing I heard this once. I'm not sure who the fuck I heard it from, but it's just like the government is one of those entities where it's just like the moment you give them any kind of leeway, like okay, so like the purpose. This is gonna sound weird, right? So we have senators and representatives, and we vote them in, right? And we vote them in hopes that they're going to fight for us and look after us, right? And then while they're there, they are part of the government now, right? And then now the thing is that government, and this is what this is what has been told to me, and you can see it's obvious. You can tell from the Patriot Act, things like that. Government is always fighting with the people. It's always just like this interlock of, yo, how much power are you guys gonna give us? Can you give us a little more power? And then we're like, no more power. Give us a little more power, like no more power. And then something happens, and they're like, oh well, we gotta fix this, guys. Vote yes on this, and then they start pressuring everybody. And there's a bunch of people who are like, well, no, I'm not gonna vote yes on this. This is fucking crazy. And then we're like, no, you gotta vote on it. And then because they fucking do their thing, however the fuck they do it, right? I'm not gonna get into that. And then all of a sudden we're like, yeah, you gotta. And then people are like, fine, fuck it. I gotta make it to the next round. You know what I'm saying? Re-election's coming up soon. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, Patriot Act is in effect. Before you know it, there's a COVID mandate. Before you know it, it's all these things. And I'm not saying that COVID mandate was bad. But what I'm saying is that everybody ended up catching that shit. I caught that shit after I got the shot. And I was still sick as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like you should have at least given people like people who work government jobs, bro. Like you should have at least given them the option, bro. Like it shouldn't have been one of these things that you forced onto people. And I know different states have different things going on, but like it's it's things like that where it's how much power are you gonna give us? And then we're always fighting back like, no, we're not going to give you that much. And that little back and forth little battle is the whole game. It's the whole fucking game.
Everything too. It's important to change the laws. If we want people to be held accountable, we have to change the laws to reflect what we think our moral will is so that we can actually get people to be held accountable. Because otherwise you just get a bunch of people that are like, this is wrong, do something. It's like, okay, well, I don't know. What do you want us to do? Like, it's not illegal. Like, we can't do anything about it,
If we changed the law and it made it illegal to bomb kids in Yemen, then we wouldn't be able to charge people that were doing it while it was legal.
It's not legal. It's not legal to bomb kids in Yemen, right? Like you don't need a law in the United States that says, yo, it's illegal to go to this other country and bomb someone there, because guess what? Like chances are that it's illegal there.
Because it was legal when they did it.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, do we want to make it so that when we change laws, we can retroactively?
No,
right?
I don't. Anyway,
like I don't think we're ever officially at war with Syria, right?
No.
But Trump bombed the airport. Is that like? But again, he's the president. It's our military. Like.
I guess the other question is, in talking about Abdurrahman al-Awlaki, he wasn't the intended target. The intended target was somebody else. And he had just a few weeks prior killed Anwar al-Awlaki, Abdurrahman's dad. So he kills this guy who's an American citizen, then argues, well, look, you know, he was a jihadi. He was preaching against the United States. He had to be stopped. But then a few weeks later, he targets a civilian restaurant in Yemen, blows up this restaurant with a drone strike, killing Anwar al-Awlaki's son, Abdul Rahman. And the response was, well, we were targeting a terror leader, so it's okay. So I guess the question is, I'm curious as to
I highly doubt that the message was we were going after a bad guy, so it was okay. I'm pretty sure the message was more like, fuck. Or rather, at least the fucking conversation was like, fuck, man. Like, no one knew there was a fucking American in there? You know? Like this couldn't have been avoided? The fuck are we gonna say? The fuck are we gonna say? Like, I'm pretty sure that 100%. I got you, bro. No, you all good. 100%, like, that was the convo. It was just like, oh, this is fucked, bro. Like we're in some deep shit right now.
to the legalities and the moral standing of, one, does the president have the legal authority to kill anyone in any country at any time in the eyes of the United States? If he does and hits the wrong target and kills an innocent American citizen, is there a manslaughter similar charge for this kind of conflict?
I think internationally, unfortunately, I think we just don't tend to hold countries responsible. This has happened multiple times. I'll avoid the USS Liberty example because that's a whole loaded thing. But there was, let's see, I think Iran, after we killed Soleimani, in the night or the night after that followed, Iran accidentally shot down, I think, one of their own civilian airliners. And there were no charges. Nothing was held for that.
Yeah. Wait, weren't there Americans on that flight?
I believe
in Iran.
In Iran, yeah.
I mean, they're like authoritarian, though, you know.
True. No, I'm just saying, but internationally, I believe it happened over Ukraine as well. I think that there was a missile launched from Crimea, I believe. It was probably with the assistance of Russian troops. There was a civilian airliner shot down there. That nothing happened. The United States, I believe, I think we shot down a civilian plane that killed like over 150 or over 200 people. That might have been south of Iran, I think.
So like this is what I'm talking about. This is what Destiny does, bro. Like, he just spews all these fucking facts because he's just like he just knows all these different events. I mean, bless him, bro. I can't remember shit like that. Fuck that. But he could just remember all these little fucking key details from all these little different times and all these, like, you know, here's all these. It's just evidence. It's just showing you that, like, look, bro, this shit happens all the fucking time. Like what are we talking about?
Flying towards Saudi Arabia, maybe, and we didn't do anything about that. We said sorry, but I think that was like 200 or so civilians said. I mean, it happens, it sucks, but I mean, precedent internationally is that like sometimes mistakes happen, countries do mistakes, they're bad, and you pay money sometimes, but there's usually not like criminal courts for those types of mistakes. Now, that was proven, then yeah, of course, we say, yeah, but
the best I could do on short notice, the ACLU wrote an article saying that
the best I could do on short notice, like whose fault is that?
That it was unlawful.
Well, if the ACLU said it.
No, I mean, yeah, it's
when they said which was unlawful.
The not just the killing of Abdul Rahman al-Awlaki, but the other civilians that were killed in these countries we're not at war with was. It says the killing program isn't only unlawful, it's unwise, and that's about, you know, on the short term. There have been legal arguments made that Obama does have the right to kill Americans abroad, but I kind of feel like, you know, we've got multiple amendments that afford American citizens a plethora of rights before they can just kill you. So that's where I'm at on the issue, I suppose.
Do you still have American rights when you're in another country?
You still pay taxes, so yes, you do. And the State Department will send guys to rescue you if you're kidnapped.
Maybe.
This is the first I've heard of the USS Liberty that you mentioned earlier.
Oh, God, no, don't even do it.
1967, during the Israeli Six-Day War, they accidentally torpedoed or they shot down a...
Yeah, but depending on who you ask, it's not an accident. That's like a whole can of worms of weird Jewish stuff.
Let's jump to this next story. From timcast.com, quote, political persecution, election interference at the highest level in history. Trump responds to indictment, will reportedly surrender early next week. Never before in our nation's history has this been done. The statement from Trump, let's pull it up, let's read it. Here we go, if I can, text is kind of small. He writes, this is political persecution and election interference at the highest level in history. From the time I came down the golden escalator at Trump Tower, and even before I...
Like leave it up to Trump to like say some shit about how like the fucking staircase is golden.
was sworn in as your president of the United States, the radical left Democrats, the enemy of hardworking men and women of this country, have been engaged in a witch hunt to destroy the Make America Great Again movement. You remember it just like I do. Russia, 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 the Mueller hoax, Ukraine, 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 impeachment hoax 1, impeachment hoax 2, the illegal and unconstitutional Mar-a-Lago raid, and now this. The Democrats have lied, cheated, and
you know what, to me it felt like he this is two things right here. There's two things. This is one, trying to make like the paragraph look nice and thick, right? And then it's also like him ranting. Like this is probably actually what's going on in his head.
and stolen in their obsession with trying to get Trump. But now they've done the unthinkable, indicting a completely innocent person in an act of blatant election interference. Never before in our nation's history has this been done. The Democrats have cheated countless times over the decades, including spying on my campaign, but weaponizing our justice system to punish a political opponent who just so happens to be a president of the United States, and by far the leading Republican candidate for president, has never happened before ever. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, who was handpicked and funded by George Soros, is a disgrace. Rather than stopping the unprecedented crime wave taking over New York City, he's doing Joe Biden's dirty work, ignoring the murders and burglaries and assaults he should be focused on. This is how Bragg spends his time. I believe this witch hunt will backfire massively on Joe Biden. The American people realize exactly what the radical left
They better be doing a
Yeah, because I don't give a fuck about that article, to be honest. I want to see what the fuck they're about to talk about.
really good job at that office.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of political consideration that has to go into these charges because it's a really scary world when your criminal justice system is potentially interfering with an election, which is something that, despite what some Americans think, that's all of our intelligence agencies try really hard to avoid this exact scenario where you might be indicting or arresting or charging with crimes like somebody that could be running for president. So I hope that whatever they have, I hope when these indictments are unsealed, some really solid stuff, and it's not just a whole bunch of like, Lucy, whatever, that ends up falling apart.
What do you think about, he mentions Ukraine. What do you do you remember the whole Ukraine gate fiasco impeachment? Donald Trump quid pro quo.
Yep, I do remember that. Yeah, what about it?
What are your thoughts?
Am I allowed to say the F word?
After 15 seconds, yeah.
I mean, we try to keep it family
friendly. In the first 15
friendly.
seconds, they demonetize.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm okay with that impeachment, if that's what you're asking. Yeah.
You think Trump committed a crime with?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You want to elaborate? I know it might be. It's been a long time.
It's been a while, but my understanding was that Trump contacted Ukraine, Zelensky, and he was asking if there was wrongdoing done by, I think it was by Biden in finding that prosecutor, and if they had any information about potential wrongdoings that Hunter Biden or Joe Biden had been involved in Ukraine. And in exchange for that, he wanted to withhold aid that was already congressionally approved to Ukraine for that.
So what's wrong with that? Like, why is that?
Okay, why is that wrong? Okay. You don't even need Destiny, bro. I got you, homie. Listen, we could be having this conversation right now with the barbecue going. Look, bro. Can't fucking do that because the way the fucking budget works, Congress decides who the fuck gets that money, all right, and how the fuck, where it goes and for what fucking reasons, especially if they pass the goddamn law. It's their fucking money to decide. Congress has power of the purse, motherfucker. So, like, it's not up to Trump to decide where that money goes and whether or not it goes. It's up to Congress. It's up to all those motherfuckers that we vote in, not just the one guy sitting in the chair, all right? They say, listen, we got this money. We want to use it for this and help out with that. For whatever reason, bro. They're doing it and they're getting together to fucking do it. Who the fuck are you to then try to leverage that money? Like in his head, bro, I tell you what it was, bro. In his head, it was like, well, the money's already going that way. Might as well try to get something out of it.
Was it a problem?
Legally or morally, or
both, either, whatever you think.
Legally, I believe it's because I don't think the president has the authority to withhold that aid. I don't remember what the legal arguments for on that. For the moral part is our president probably shouldn't be asking other countries to investigate like wrongdoings of political opponents. That's a really scary
Joe Biden.
Yeah, and that's another thing, bro. Like, what is that? What is that like? What other message does that send, bro? Like, imagine if they allowed it, right? You're talking about allowing the president of the United States, who's the most powerful person in the world, to then go to talk to other countries and tell them, hey, yo, listen, go start investigating this guy because I'm going for re-election. Motherfucker's gonna negotiate that shit, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, bro, like, nah.
And wasn't running for office at the time.
Bro, before you know it, bro, you're literally working fucking 10 hours a day in a factory. You get a 30-minute break, right? And all you're doing is assembling fucking computers. Or all you're fucking doing is assembling fucking Teslas. All right, that would be robots, bro. Let's be honest. Fucking putting together clothing, whatever the fuck. Who the fuck knows? Probably be homeless. Probably wouldn't have a job because, you know, with all the fucking shit they end up doing, you'll probably end up getting to a point where, react to your live stream? Oh my god, I would love to. I'd definitely do that in a minute after this video. But like if bro, I'll put it to you like this. Look at the way these other countries are ran. Look at the way that most countries don't necessarily have freedom of speech. Look at all the liberties that these other countries don't have, that you get to enjoy here in America. The moment you start getting in bed with all these other countries and starting to like make deals with them, I'm not saying that international affairs shouldn't occur. What I'm saying is that you shouldn't be leveraging the most powerful position in the world for the sake, you know, you shouldn't be sacrificing like the integrity or the fucking like security of this country, because you're literally like, how are you gonna ask someone else you're literally asking someone to give information on you? Like, okay, essentially, let's say they didn't have that information, then they went to go get that information. You have now essentially like co-conspired, or you are an accomplice in someone spying like on an American citizen. Like, you're upset about the president killing somebody? Well, shit, wait till you find out that he's been helping other countries spy on its own citizen. Like, that's even crazier. That's treasonous. Like, that, you know what I'm saying? At least one of them has like a fucking reason. The other one has no reason at all whatsoever. Like, what's the reason? I want to get reelected? I want more money?
I mean, then why was he... Hold on. I'm trying to think of the timeline for this.
Yeah, Joe Biden, it was a year before he announced. That was part of the controversy, that Joe Biden had not announced he was running for office at all.
No, but hold on. He might not have announced it, but like, I'm pretty sure most people knew he was running. Like in the early polls, like if you looked at Real Clear Progress, if you looked at a lot of the polling aggregate sites, like they were already polling Biden. He'd already been factored in quite a while. He might have announced that he was going to run for office, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people were expecting it.
I mean, that's just speculative media stuff. So Trump isn't actively investigating a political opponent, unless the argument is we all secretly knew that was going to be the case. They were like, Bernie Sanders was still in the race. There were a bunch of other people. At the time, the controversy was like, wow, Joe Biden. Bro. There were other Democrats that were actually talking about running, and it wasn't Joe Biden. He announced late.
He did announce late, but he was still factored into the polls really early because like a lot of people thought he was going to run. The question is, though, is that do we want the president contacting other, even if he's not running, he is still a type of political opponent.
What if the vice president did the same thing? Is that
if the vice president was? I think that anytime you're reaching out, like, let's ask, if we pull back on a macro level, why is Trump asking this information? Does he genuinely think that there's been some grave wrongdoing done by the Bidens that needs to be corrected for?
Yeah.
And if so, why isn't he asking our intelligence agencies for information about this? Why is he going to another country and asking?
That's exactly the point. Like, you're the president, dog. You could have turned all the dogs loose on his ass. And like, I get it. Maybe you would have had like, you know, you could have had like someone whistleblow at one point, but I guarantee you one thing: whoever the fuck would have done that would have lost their goddamn job. Whoever did that would have lived the rest of their life fucking worse than you can imagine, because ain't no fucking way in hell that you're gonna be snitching on the president. Like, that shit don't work. Like, when we fight, like don't get me wrong, like, you know how many people, like, there's a chain of command, bro, and there's a reason why there's a chain of command, and the chain of command works the way it works, and it's been working for a while. And I'm not saying it's perfect, and I'm sure there's plenty of ways to fix it. There's always ways to fix any system. But that being said, bro, like, why the fuck are you talking to the president of Ukraine, dog? Like, why are you talking to... And not just that. This is all underlined by the fact that he's withholding funds that he has no power to. What is that?
I mean, I don't... We have the Five Eyes Spy Club. We do that all the time. It's
where we don't do that all the time. Going to another leader and saying, "Hey, I need you to get dirt on a potential political opponent," because I think there's something.
Well, he wasn't a political opponent. And
he is a political. Even if he was the vice president of the former opposite party guy that he just as he came into office. What do you mean? He's some kind of political opponent, right? Even if he wasn't directly running yet. Like I would argue, if he was asking the same for like AOC, for instance, I would say that it's similar.
Trump didn't go to the president of Ukraine and say, "I got this political opponent I need dirt on." He said, "What's up with this video of Joe Biden threatening to withhold congressionally approved aid unless you take action on his behalf?" And the president of Ukraine was like, "I'm not sure." And he goes, "Well, can you look into that? I want to know what that's about."
It wasn't just, "Can you look into that?" It was, if you don't find what I need, I might withhold aid that's already been congressionally approved for you. And that was the issue. If he was just asking questions, we wouldn't be having the conversation. He would have been impeached, right?
So this is the point that I'm getting at. Yeah. When this started, and Donald Trump asked about this, specifically because there was a viral video of Joe Biden outright admitting to threatening to withhold congressionally approved aid unless a prosecutor got fired, you had Joe Biden breaking the law.
Sure. So there was a video of Joe Biden on stage making the claim/joke on stage where he's saying, "I told him, you don't do it, you're not going to blah, 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 blah." Joke. But in terms of him but in terms of there actually being a serious offer on the table where he was like threatening to withhold aid, I'm not even sure if that was ever the case. We have that one statement that he was made publicly. Number one,
signed a sworn affidavit that it's what happened.
Sure. Number one. Number two, the impetus for Shokin being removed from Ukraine was not to get some kind of political dirt on an opponent. It was a completely different scenario. This is a prosecutor that all of Europe and over half of Ukraine wanted fired, that the United States was acting on behalf of the Western world and trying to pressure this prosecutor out because of his lack of prosecuting corruption in the country. That's a totally different thing than I threatened to withhold aid from this guy because he's not giving me dirt on potential political opponents.
So, huge difference. So like to a certain extent, like I'm like, to me it doesn't even feel like they're debating as much as like this dude Tim is just feeding him shit to say. Or feeding him shit to run off of, because it's like that doesn't even, like, what are you talking about? Like, of course, like those are two completely different things, dude. Like, how are you even comparing the two? Like, and
why is it that the guy who was being investigated, Mykola Zlochevsky, returned to the country? He had fled when Shokin was investigating him, and then after Joe Biden got Shokin removed, Zlochevsky returned to the country to begin working on Burisma again.
Why did he return to the country?
Well,
it could have been for any number of reasons. I'm not sure.
Right. So the argument from the Democrats, the specific corruption that wasn't being prosecuted, referring to, is the prosecution of Mykola Zlochevsky, the founder of Burisma.
Okay.
And the argument they made was he wasn't investigating him. That was the problem. And then Joe Biden says, and we got him out, and then they put in someone solid. The only issue is, when Shokin had about a dozen active investigations into Burisma and Zlochevsky fled the country. They froze his account. When Biden came in and got the prosecutor fired, Zlochevsky safely returned to Ukraine without fear of criminal prosecution. When Donald Trump made that phone call, Zlochevsky fled again. So it sounds more like, you've got Hunter Biden on the board of Burisma, you got a former CIA director on the board of Burisma, and Zlochevsky, the founder. And Shokin had 12 different active, around 12 to 14.
All of the investigations into Burisma were dead.
No, they weren't. That's not true.
It was
wrong.
Absolutely true.
Completely false.
They were only revived 1 month before Shokin was forced out. Every single one of those probes was completely dead.
That's wrong.
You can Google it and look for it if you want.
So I'm citing Matt Taibbi.
Oh, God.
Right, and if you don't want to trust a journalist or whatever,
or like any actual article, not a tweet, like any.
I'm not talking about a tweet. I'm talking about an article that he wrote breaking down what happened with Ukraine and his investigation into Zlochevsky, and this is from 2017.
Okay, so your claim is that the probes into Burisma never went cold and never died; that they were active the entire time.
They were active the entire time, right?
Okay, my understanding is that those probes were all cold and all dead, and it was part of the reason
hold on, you
why
said dead before, now you're saying cold.
Okay. This is the problem with some of these conversations where it's like, yes, I get it. These are very important facts that you got to bring up because they're going to underlie the other shit you're doing. But you can't just throw it's like half-ass research, bro. You can't. How the fuck are you going to tell me that this shit's going on and you haven't even looked into those things enough? Like, okay, if you read an article, this is something they teach you, bro. Like this is something like I know I've seen like in the system, like this is something that gets taught nowadays. It's like, and maybe it's for like the AP classes, like the advanced placement classes and shit like that. But they teach you how to look at a fucking article, read through it. I mean, obviously you don't want to do none of that shit when you're sitting in that chair, but they give you an article, they tell you to read through it. And then all of a sudden from there, now it's like, all right, well, what part of the, and then now test out the different parts. Go look into this. Like if they make a claim about something, are you looking into that claim? You know what I'm saying? Where they're cited. Or are you going to that cited? Because here, one of the things that happened with like the whole, what is it, disinformation campaign that like with Facebook and all that shit is that these people were literally creating links to websites just to show, fucking like just like whatever fucking article they wrote, and then they would then link like the sources to other websites with articles they had also written, but maybe the website looked different, this and that and the third, like whatever the case was. But then of course the website had just enough articles on it where like it looked like this is a website that publishes frequently, bro. You could stage that shit so well, like it. So if you're looking at these articles and you're reading, bro, go and read into that as well. Go figure out what the facts are on that, and don't do some lazy ass fucking half-ass. Oh, I'm just gonna fucking read this article, copy paste that. I mean, I don't know what the fuck short notice he's talking about, bro. But like, the thing is that like you invited Destiny onto your show, bro. Like I mean, I don't know, bro. Like from when I take it, this man's like ravenous. And so he's gonna stay up all night looking into all this shit, whether he might know it already or not.
It's the same thing. They were being actively worked on. So there were probes, but nobody was doing anything with them until it was 1 month before Shokin was actually ousted that there was some progress started to be made on those.
So that's a very difficult question to get into. The fact is, there were active investigations.
Well, but that's kind of the meat of what we're talking about, right?
Well, so
it's kind of important to settle the fact of the matter on that. Yeah.
Were there 12 investigations? Yes or no?
I know that there were investigations open for a couple years, but my understanding is they were open. It's not all that matters. They were dead investigations. There wasn't any progress being made on it. That's what I read that was reported.
Right. My point is this.
But that's pretty important because if they were being actively investigated, then that obviously changes a little bit the story that we're telling.
So
right?
Did Shokin have investigations into Burisma and Zlochevsky? Yes, he had about a dozen.
But whether or not investigation is live or dead, isn't that important? You don't think so?
Did Zlochevsky flee the country while these were on the books? Yes, he did.
I'm not
when
sure.
When Shokin was removed and the investigations were officially stricken, Zlochevsky returns.
So do you think that there are criminal wrongdoings that he's done that he's not being prosecuted for?
What I think is that the United States is in an energy crisis, in a war with Eastern powers. The United States has been trying to get a pipeline for natural.
So he fled to the U.S. and somehow he bargained with the U.S. to get them to change something?
Natural gas called the Qatar-Turkey pipeline into Europe, but Syria said no. Syria destabilizes for whatever reason. We want to run that pipeline through Syria, through Turkey, into Europe to offset the Gazprom gas monopoly. Russia runs natural gas into Europe through Ukraine through Gazprom. It's about 20%. It's massively powerful for them and allows them to control prices. The United States has interests in setting up an energy company to offset that monopoly, hence Burisma. Hunter Biden's on the board, probably for these reasons. A former CIA director, probably for these reasons.
Wasn't Burisma one of the...
All right, listen, I didn't know that about Hunter Biden. I didn't know he was a former CIA director, bro. Like, that's what? For real? That's what he said?
Burisma. Hunter Biden's on the board, probably for these reasons. A former CIA director, probably for these reasons.
Wasn't Burisma one of the smaller gas companies in that country?
Absolutely. And it seems like the U.S.
or him and
was trying to compete with Russia to get cheaper gas to Europe. And the argument made was that Europe was constrained by high gas prices from Russia, and that we wanted the European economy to be bolstered and grow faster to compete with China, but Russia was basically keeping us pinned down.
Sure. This is nice conjecture, but like, is there anything backing up any of this aside from like...
This is all the official reporting.
What do you mean by official reporting?
So
there was official reporting that we got rid of Shokin because we wanted to bolster U.S. interest in that.
That's the only speculation I have. I'm saying based on the facts, it seems to me the issue was Shokin did have investigations into Burisma, which was a problem for U.S. interests, not because of corruption, but because it's more of a war front. It's more of a...
Do you think that Shokin was a corrupt prosecutor?
No.
Okay. Why did all of Europe and a lot of Ukraine hate him?
Because Europe wants cheap gas. Shokin was impeding that. It's not an issue of corruption. It's an issue of conflicting interests.
He was impeding it how?
So active investigations into Burisma are impeding U.S. interests in competing with Gazprom.
Burisma isn't even the largest gas player in that country, though.
That's not the point. We don't have the Qatar-Turkey pipeline into Ukraine because Syria blocked it. So you have a multi-front effort going back.
Okay, hold on. This all starts with Trump getting indicted because he did something wrong. And then this started with like, he did something wrong here in the States, bro. Then this expands into somehow like presidents and their ability to do things internationally. And like who's wrong, who did more wrong versus who, and what's allowed where and why. Bro, it's a whole lot of fucking fluff, and they're so far from like the original argument that like I'm just, bro, the whole point, like literally it's called Trump indicted, and we're talking about international affairs, bro. Like what this motherfucker did has nothing to do with his time as president, bro. Like okay, and then fine. Like his indictment, right, is because of the hush money payment, right? Well, this now you're talking about why he was impeached because he did something that was fucked up, and I get it. Okay, well maybe Biden might have done something that's fucked up too. And by the way, if he did, then he needs to go to jail too, bro. Like, or be impeached as well. Like, I get it. Like, but bro, during your time as president, you did this shit, and you literally like, you tried to like if you're willing to do that, like you don't know how, you know what I'm saying? Like I like to say, I don't know how far I'm willing to go until I get there. And because of that, like I know that this is like Trump is the type of motherfucker, dude, who will keep going, bro. Like this is, he does this once, it's gonna happen again. Like it's, bro, like a zebra doesn't change its stripes, dog. Like this, that is who he is. And like, and I, you know, maybe I might be brainwashed from like all the fucking media I've watched and all the movies, but look at how the man has lived his life, bro. Look at like how he's like made these deals that have fallen through. Look at how like all he's done it. This motherfucker was literally the first social media influencer. All right, if you think about it, this motherfucker was the first influencer, bro. Just the first motherfucker to brand, really. You get what I'm saying? To really fucking kill it as a brand or whatever the fucking case. Like, fuck, he knocked it out of the park. A one-man crew doing that shit, right? And then eventually, he had money, of course, so I'm sure he had plenty of people like to help him out. But for the most part, like, to not think that like this nigga wasn't doing shit or wouldn't do bad shit in the future, it's just like you're being ignorant. Like there's no point to that. It's just not gonna happen.
Back to, I think, like the 2000s to get cheaper natural gas into Europe. So of course they're not going to like anybody who's got Eastern allegiances. It's possible that with Ukraine you had in the eastern part of the country more pro-Russia sentiment. With Yanukovych you had more pro-Russia sentiment, and you had government officials that were like, look, we are not just pro-West. Of course, then he gets ousted. There's unrest. I can't remember.
What do you mean for Yanukovych though? Yanukovych was standing alone with that pro-Russian status though. That wasn't all the government officials. That was part of the reasons why people were so upset with Yanukovych, was because he was trying to push for Russia in opposition to what their parliament was even pushing.
That's what I'm saying. And so there's probably, he wasn't the only person. The sentiment was fairly split, but was leaning towards the EU.
Had been voted on by their parliament, like to favor the EU. That was what the vote was for.
And so the way I see it is there are probably elements of that government that were more favorable to Russia, which is why Europe doesn't like them. The people, Ukrainians who want to be a part of the EU and members of the EU who want Ukraine to join because they want more control over natural gas, of course, naturally would oppose anybody who was siding with Russia.
Do you think that Ukraine was a corrupt country prior to 2014?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Do you think so? That's for all of Europe and for everybody complaining about the corruption and stuff relating to Shokan, you think that all of that was BS and they just didn't like him because he was preventing their cheap oil or cheap gas?
Say that one more time.
You think that all of the upsetness that people across Europe and Ukraine had with Shokin had nothing to do with any of the corruption of the country or his lack of pressuring? Because like that's the official story that's given, and it seems to be like pretty consistent throughout. Like
I can only speak on a surface level about this one particular issue because I don't know the inner workings of all of Ukrainian politics.
Okay.
But what I do know is there has been a tremendous effort by Western forces leading to outright physical military conflict to get natural gas into Europe to offset Russia's control of gas prices. Naturally, it seems like these things are related. Speculative. The facts are the U.S. went to Syria and said, can we build the Qatar-Turkey pipeline? Syria literally said to the United States, that would be bad for our ally, Russia, so we will not allow it. Fortunately for us, for whatever reason, Syria falls into civil war, and we just happen to oppose the guy who denied that. I don't think the whole reason for opposing it has to do with gas, but it's convenient for us nonetheless. We weren't able to do it, and to make it worse, Iran wanted to tap the same natural gas field and send the gas through Iraq and Turkey into Europe to strengthen Russia's control of energy. So the argument was the EU is trying to grow and become a unified bloc to compete with the growth of China, and Russia was basically impeding us because Russia wants to be their own big dog, right?
Sure. Man, if you ever wanted to revisit a detailed breakdown of this, it'd be interesting to do a little bit of reading prior to this. But let's say hypothetically I grant you all of that. Why didn't Trump say any of that?
Trump doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, so then Trump's investigation into the impetus for this whole
video
conversation.
on the internet, bro.
Okay, so the impetus for this whole conversation of like Trump pressuring them to find out if any wrongdoings happened had nothing to do with anything that you just laid out. It was just having to do with Hunter Biden and Joe Biden.
It had to do with him seeing a video and then seeing people and post memes. Probably, to be completely honest, it was Tucker Carlson.
Sure.
Who said something.
But it was a little bit more than just asking questions, because if he was just curious, I don't think that the question of aid being withheld would have ever been brought up in that conversation. So clearly there was a little bit. You're saying that Biden wasn't seen as a political opponent at all, but if that was the case, I don't know why Trump would go so far to try to solicit information from the Ukrainian government such that he would withhold aid or threaten to withhold aid in exchange for some information about him.
You know,
seems like a random politician to target. Like, why would he be so dead set on getting information about
He
Biden?
hates the Democrats. They were calling him a Russian spy.
I think there's a little bit.
Like,
I think it has to be a little bit more than that. Revenge to throw away to get impeached.
I mean, you can think that, but I don't even care all that much about the speculation as to why he did it. Right?
Sure.
If you want to argue,
well, I think that's probably one of the most important parts.
For someone who doesn't like to speculate, or for someone who says they don't speculate, or doesn't want to speculate on something, they're speculating on something else.
That is the most important part, is why he did it.
But you have to make assumptions to get to that point.
If he's asking for dirt specifically with respect to a political opponent, I'm making assumptions. I feel like there's a lot more assumptions being made on your end that he was just genuinely interested in what Joe Biden had said and was threatening to withhold aid because he wanted a legitimate investigation of the firing of a prosecutor.
I mean,
I feel like it's pretty legitimate.
What we know is that he said, "What's going on with this video? I want to see some action on this, or else." Right?
I feel like there was a little bit more said than that, but I don't remember because it's been a long time.
Well, I'm just trying to paraphrase.
Sure, but I feel like the specific requests that he was making for information are probably pretty important. I could look up exactly what the charges are alleged, but it's been a while. But
so I guess the reason I bring it up is not to just debate Trump or whatever, but to ask the question of, should we indict Joe Biden for doing the same thing?
All right. Should we indict Joe Biden for doing the same thing? Bro, if you could prove it. You know what I'm saying? If you could prove that Joe Biden withheld funds for his own personal political gain, like for the sake of, and it's like, oh, define political gain. Like, bro, like I'm saying, these are two different things, bro. Like, if he withheld funds that were congressionally sent by a country, which, by the way, he doesn't have the right to, but if no one made a hissy fit about it, bro, and like look at like what the evidence is, or like the statement this dude was making about Destiny, about how like this guy was a corrupt dude. Like, bro, how are you gonna release money to a country with a guy who's probably like who that literally pays the bills for a dude who's not right, who's not good, who's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Whether or not he did it and whether or not you could prove it, two other different things, right? And then also, like, this whole thing with Trump, this shit like, it happened. It got, you know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker, he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Whether or not he didn't do the proper presidential, you know what I'm saying, secret fucking call line, whatever the fuck, whether or not he had extra people in the room, whatever the fuck he did, Obviously he did, and he got found the fuck out, nigga. Like you know, finders keepers, losers weepers type shit. Like, whose fault is it that like you didn't do this shit right? And like, yeah, of course you should have gotten impeached. Like, all right, well, like prove Biden did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's okay. It's not okay. Like presidents shouldn't be fucking touching that money that's not theirs to touch. But like once again, bro, like two very different situations. And if the people who were in charge of that money going out had nothing to say about it, then like then who then what the fuck, what are you talking about? Like you can't, okay, 100% you have like the laws and you have policies and you have all these things that kind of line up for the sake of maintaining order and structure in fucking society, right? But if you don't make room for nuance, if you don't make room for how people interpret things and how things were going, you're going to be losing a lot of information. Like it's, I'll put it to you like this. It's like fuck man, I don't know. I have a camera comparison, or just simple sports, bro. Like it's like you're playing sports and you know you're kind of doing all right, and it's not bad, but you're always like you're sweating too much, this and that, and then all of a sudden you get the outfit. So now you got the outfit, right? And then before you know it, eventually you get the sneakers. Oh shit, yeah. And before you know it, you're not playing with a raggedy ball into a fucking milk crate. Now you're actually shooting a fucking like a decent fucking, you know, ball into a hoop. And then before you know it, you know you're playing with other people and you're competing at a higher level. And before you know it, like you're an all-star. Congrats, kid. It's just like there's levels to the shit. There's levels to this shit, and if you don't, if you can't understand what an athlete is going through, if you're just outside shooting, you know, a couple rounds of hoop once or twice a week, like you don't know what an athlete experiences. Like what opinion do you have at his level, and in what perspective do you even have at that level? So it's just like if you're gonna be taking things out of context, you're gonna begin to lose the character. It's like going outside with the camera, and you know you don't have like you know it's too bright outside. Well, then you gotta fucking adjust the perspective. You gotta change the settings. You gotta put a filter on it. There's so many different things like that, you know, where it's like you're not gonna be able to see what's really there if you're not taking into consideration the settings, like what's the background, like what's been laid out and shit, right? Maybe. I'm not sure. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. You'll see, I guess. I'll shoot you a message when I'm off. That's my homie Legend. Bless up, bless up. Make sure to give him a nice little follow, bro. That's my boy. This is Legend Live. One word. This is Legend Live. So that's on Twitch, by the way. And Legends Garage on YouTube. That's my homie. But going back to what I was saying, to like if the people who were responsible for that money going out had no problem with it, had no problem with him making that statement, everything's good. But when Trump did it, guess what? Like there was a big ruckus about it because it was like, no, you can't just control the money. Like you can't just use it for that. So two different scenarios, bro. And like that's how like we write laws in this country. It's like, yeah, there's precedent, but then like most of our laws are precedent, right? Like most of the things that happen are based off of other things that have happened, and like what's allowed and what isn't allowed, rather. So when you have that kind of system, there has to be wiggle room because everybody's case is different. That's literally like the phrase, right? Everybody's case is different, and that is the case when it comes to our criminal system, right? Like that's why you need to have people go to court, hear them out. And what we've tried to do as a society is you know, we've seen so many scenarios that we decided, okay, this is okay, this isn't okay, this is where the line gets drawn, this is what you're allowed to do, this is what you're allowed to do. So if you do this, we're gonna put you in like you kind of meet the criteria for this, and like they try to like categorize it so that they can identify like how bad was the thing you did and what should your punishment be. it's not a perfect system, guys. And like, you know, we can hope and pray for a perfect system. We could pray for a system that rehabilitates its citizens or like finds them the help they need, whatever the fucking case is. If we're not there yet, then you know what I'm saying, do something about it. You know? But you can't say that like this and this are the same. They're not the same. Sometimes they might be pretty similar. You know what I'm saying? You might have seen this before, but we have a system for a reason, and it's overloaded for a reason. All right. So that was the Trump indicted video from Destiny. He debated with Tim Pool there. Pretty good video. Not too bad. It was a little old. Let's look up the current status. So I'm just gonna pull up here on Newsweek 20 hours ago. It says here I'll pull it up on the screen. Let's type Trump indictment. I'll find whatever article DuckDuckGo gives me. Oh, CNN. All right. And BBC News, New York Times, Politico, CNN, New York Times, NBC News, CBS News, Time News, Politico, more results. Okay. NPR. All right. We can do NPR if anything, but I like the BBC. I kind of like it when like people from other country like talk about our shit, because it's like, yeah, like what interest do they have, you know? All right, so this is by Tom Joggin. Tom Joggin. All right. So former U.S. President Donald Trump has been arrested and charged with 34 felony counts related to business fraud. The man, business fraud. You see what I'm saying? 34 counts. 34 felony counts. The man who spent 4 years in the White House is brought before a judge on Tuesday and pleaded not guilty to all charges. The case comes as he campaigns to become president again in the 2024 election. Here's what it's all about. What's the latest news? On Tuesday, Mr. Trump went to court where he was arrested and charged with 34 felony counts of fraud in a 16-page indictment. These charges relate to a $130,000 payment made to buy the silence of an adult film actress, Stormy Daniels, who says she had sex with him. Ooh. The wire transfer came 12 days before the 2016 election that Mr. Trump won against Hillary Clinton. He was released by the court and flew back to his Florida home where he slammed the case against them in a speech to supporters on Tuesday evening. What is Trump accused of? Well, Mrs. Daniels said he had an affair with Mr. Trump in 2006, which he always denied. In 2016, she tried to sell her account of what happened to the media. Mr. Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, paid her $130,000 to keep quiet. Hush money is not illegal, but what has gotten Mr. Trump into trouble is how Mr. Cohen's reimbursement was recorded into his accounts. Ooh. Mr. Trump is accused of falsifying his business records in the first degree by saying the payment was for legal fees. The district attorney alleged on Tuesday that the payments were intended to conceal damaging information and unlawful activity from American voters before and after the 2016 election. Is Trump going to jail if found guilty? The most likely outcome at the end of this legal process is a fine, but there's also a chance he could be sent to prison. It's not going to jail, bro. If you think that Trump is going to spend a second in jail, bro, like, y'all told goddamn money. All right. Let's see. Can he still run for president? Yes. There's nothing in the Constitution to prevent him from running. Now that he's being charged, even if he was in prison, he could still theoretically run for president and win an election. Holy fuck me. That's crazy. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you run the country from jail? Like, would you stay in jail? Would you still be in jail? That's fucking what? All right, but there are practical considerations. A prolonged legal fight and trial will be a major diversion from a presidential campaign and time and energy, blah blah blah. Yeah, of course, obviously, but you know what I'm saying, when you got money, you can just have everybody else do it, especially when, bro, this motherfucker, bro, he's hustled funds, bro. Like, trust me, bro, it's not the first time he's written something off as a legal fee, and it wasn't a fucking legal fee, and that's what the fuck they're after, bro. They're like, bro, this isn't the first time he does this shit, bro. Like, we know it's not the first time, bro. Come on, bro. Okay, look, here. Let me paint you a very fucking ugly picture of reality. This is the type of place where if you have enough money, bro, you can literally get away with fucking anything. All right? Bro, there's so many people who on a daily get away with shit. And you know what? At the same time, there are people who on a daily are trying to chase people down who get away with shit because it's like, fuck them, it's not fair. Right? So, you know what I'm saying? The wheels keep fucking turning. You have good people, you have bad people, you have everywhere in the middle. The point is that to fucking just like, if you for a second think, bro, if for a second you think that for whatever reason this is the one and only time he did this shit, because he did this shit, bro. You're saying, oh, he's not found guilty yet, but he's fucking guilty, bro. He's fucking guilty. It happened, bro. If you think it's the only time he's done that shit, you're out of your fucking mind. It's not. He faced 2 major inquiries by Congress when he was president, called impeachments, but was acquitted by the U.S. Senate both times. That shit hurts. Now he has left office. He can no longer be impeached, but can instead be indicted and face number of... Oh, yeah, you can't indict a sitting president, I think, or some shit like that. Faces a number of criminal investigations. So, yeah, the lawyer, yeah, the porn star. And that's the thing, though. Like the porn star got the money, bro. She got the money. Like if Congress is like, yo, they give you money, she's gonna be like, yeah. Well, he didn't give me money, but the lawyer gave me money. Yeah, the lawyer, hey, you know, like, come on, bro. Like, look at this. This is crazy. Oh man. This is crazy. That's crazy, bro. I wonder just like what the fuck is going through his head in that moment, dog. I wonder what he's really fucking thinking. Damn. It's 12:30. All right, we're a little bit into past our time here. We're gonna get into some more stuff tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna leave it there. I'll be back today. I was on 9:30. Tomorrow I'll be about 9. I hope y'all enjoyed hanging out with your boy Goose. I hope y'all had a good time. I know I had a blast kicking it with y'all. I had a blast talking shit. Getting to watch some of this stuff and really just kind of see where people's heads are at, see what people are doing in the world. It's cool. It's cool to see all these different perspectives, like just people playing games on one end, and then like people, you know, playing games on another. And I don't know, maybe because I grew up playing video games, it's cool to see like kind of how like there's strategy in everything. There's strategy, there's technique, there's like stats. I don't know, bro. Like I really, you know, I think one day you'll be able to like do like, I don't know, bro. It's gonna sound weird, but real life RP or real life MMO, like, you know, where you know people like there's at least a dedicated enough group of people to like program like an entire fucking like point system type shit, where you know, and you have to like level up on this, and I don't know, bro. It'd be cool. Maybe like, you know, once we have like better like monitors and shit, and like maybe, you know, we can just take a picture of your food and it'll tell you exactly how much you're eating. You can like, you know what I'm saying, when you clock into work, the app knows, oh shit, hey yo, you're at work, boom, you got, you know, 12 XP. you know, or like every hour it gives you like however much XP as you make, right? Or like whatever. It gives you something like that, you know? Like I don't know, bro. With like tons of balancing issues, of course. And then like what's the PvP? I have no idea. And that's the thing though, the PvP could be anything, literally player versus player, just person versus person, just anything you want to compete at. Like imagine, damn, that'd be dope, huh? That'd be dope. That'd be dope. And like literally you get points for debating. That's player versus player right there. And then when they were out in the world, they were just doing a mission, like that was a quest. You know, I think about shit like that. I think that should be cool. All right. Anyways, we're gonna leave it there, bro. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming. Those from the ghosts. Bye.